What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's King Live here once again. The King Live here once again. Sorry about the interruption. Good morning, sir. How are you? I'm a hustling. I'm a hustling on this Fourth of July day here. 4th of July morning, I am hustling. Avoid. Avoid. I want you to come up. Do you know they spent 4 hours going over our stream? That Emma, I recorded it. You know why I recorded it? Avoid. Because the proof she's not a victim. She entertains everything. She called me a groomer. Avoid. She called me a groomer without anything and all that. I recorded it. You know who's going to get it? The district attorney. That she's attacking me for no reason. I'm over here minding my own business and she's recording my voice with AI and doing all kind of stuff. I don't record her voice. They're nothing without me. They're nothing. Remember that. I'm working already, Avoid. Look, I'm sweating already. I'm sweating already, Avoid. There's a link. Yeah, I got so many messages telling me how they've been going hard on me for fucking hours. Oh my God, Avoid, Avoid. Oh my God, sucking the strap. Oh my God. Oh my God, Avoid. Jesus. Suck your strap on. Oh shit. Jesus, Avoid. Heaven help us. Heaven help us. I have to say, I got a virgin ass, and it's going to stay that way, Avoid. I got a virgin ass, and it's going to stay that way. These people, they're in love with me, Avoid. You know what I mean? They're in love with me. They can't stop playing my voice and listening to it and putting their hands in their crotch while they listen to it, while their kids are running around having sex. These people, These people. I recorded most of their stream as evidence. Because they use my real voice up there. That puts me, that's harassment. You can't use somebody's voice like that. They might get away with it on YouTube, but it's harassment in real life. Coming after me and you, Avoid. We never bother anybody. We mind our own business, Avoid. It's jealousy. They're jealous of an alpha woman like Avoid, folks. They're jealous of an alpha woman like Avoid. They're jealous of Lolly. They're jealous of Avoid. They can't take it. They're short and pudgy. They can't take it. They cannot take it, Avoid. No, Avoid. Come on up. The link is there, Avoid. I like Bannister Tarleton. You know who Bannister Tarleton was, Avoid? Bannister Tarleton. Sir Benedict Arnold. He was a good man. Benedict Arnold was a good man. Bloody Van Tarleton. See, when I was a little kid, I had these little soldiers. John, you're a traitor. You hate this country. I'm not proud of this country at all. Are you kidding me? I'm not proud of this country at all. When I was a little boy, I had little British and American soldiers, and one were blue and the other were red. And I used to line them up and play knockdown ball. It was a game called Knockdown War, and my brother would have make his little army on one side, and I'd make my army, and we'd get a ball and roll it up in tinfoil and make it a ball. And whoever could knock all the soldiers down, they have barriers and all, by rolling it first wins the war. I'm not proud of this country, and I didn't elect anybody like that. I voted for Donald T. Trump. You think I'm like PDX and the rest of them voting for these idiots so they can get their welfare, their fake welfare checks? I don't like any of them. I only like Donald Trump. That's the only one. I don't like anybody really else in the political fields or nothing, and that's not enough. The British are coming. The British are coming. Joe Bite Me will never win any kind of election again. He's done. I mean, he shouldn't even be in there to begin with. A bunch of feminists got him in there. But the topic of this is about, right, look at Avoid. Listen to her. Trump number one. We have these people don't know they're not critical thinkers. They're not critical thinkers. That's the whole point. Oh, and another thing I want to bring up. This filthy, ugly, disgusting crab This filthy, ugly, impoverished, non-working, sit around and collect welfare, non-hustling crab. He steals every line I ever come up with. I'm the one that came up with critical thinker. I came up with a dog returns to his vomit. I came up with my crew. I came up with people on YouTube's. I even came up with the nickname Crab. And he takes them like because he wants to be so much like me. But you can't. By the color of the skin, you can't. You cannot be like me. Don't you understand? There's only one of me. I got people over there running my streams like with my voice. You know why? It draws. They think it draws for their little scattered pennies that they make or something, you know? I make more in an hour than they make in a week. You know, they're gospel to this stuff. They run around over there. They're capable of working or hustling, at least a side job or a part-time job. But they want to sit their fat, pudgy asses over there. They sound like they're a heart attack, a cheesesteak away from a heart attack, and yet they continued. And remember one thing, I got rid of the kitten rat legally. I got rid of the kitten rat. The police booted him right the hell out of there. They know who he is. They told him, knock your shit off. And where's Kitten Rat? And the head of the snake, the gremlin elf, the head of the snake, he's next. And then Crab, it's your turn. And then it's PDX's turn. I'm eliminating you people legally. You understand? Legally. Yous aren't victims. You people are the aggressors. Imagine that. Trying to have the great king in jail. They actually wanted me in jail. Stop blocking. Yeah, well, yeah, I dare him to say that stuff in there. I dare him to say it. I dare him to say that about my daughter over inside there. I'm going to say it out loud. I'm going to say, I dare this guy to say it. Go ahead and say it right now. They better have extra security. You know, you can't go on prodding and poking a guy like me and not expect repercussions. Leave me alone. And that goes for all of them. And accordingly, rumor has it, and I had nothing to do with it, letters went out to these special supremacist groups with signatures of certain YouTubers and their addresses criticizing them. And you know, they're whack jobs. Now, I have nothing to do with it. Rumor has it. I'm not saying it's true. By the way, this is all a comedy show. It's all a joke and an act. Everything here is a joke and an act. Wink, wink. By saying that, it clears me of anything that happens if somebody acts out like white supremacists or something like that. It clears me for any kind of wrongdoing by saying this is just a show, which at the bottom of everything it is. It is just a show. Wink, wink. But I go things. Avoid, come on up here. I want you up here. But if you don't want to, if you don't feel like it, it's okay. Avoid, you can come later on. I'll probably go live later. I don't want you to, feel obligated. You could just chat in the chat. But you're welcome to come up. So I'm driving around here, and let's see what we can get today. I'm oozing machismo. I am oozing machismo. You know, there's a guy with a hat and a beard. If I ever see this guy in real life, he won't be so bold if he ever sees me in real life. I'll tell you that. These people wouldn't be bold if they see me face to face. I'll tell you that. All the shit they say. It's only YouTube. I don't know. Who is only YouTube? Only YouTube's a little bit of a prick to me, but I don't care. You can stay if you want, I mean. Avoid. No, I'm not a void. I am the king. And I love it. I love it that I'm in these people's minds day and night. I love it. They lose sleep over me, and I love that. It shows that I'm accomplishing what I want to accomplish. It shows I'm accomplishing what I want to accomplish when I could make them do streams just going over my stream. Relax, Melton Sean. The audacity. The audacity of these people. They got a screw loose is what it is. But there's certain people, and I don't mean the Gremlin Elf, but there's a couple other people, for the rest of their lives, and they're male, the rest of their lives, they're gonna, if I ever see them personally, I'm gonna make mincemeat out of them, and there's nothing you can do about it. So the rest of your lives, that's gonna be in the back of your head. Certain male individuals, because I don't hit females. If I was a female, there would be some not even around anymore. But certain males, if I ever see you in real life, you're gone. I'll beat the pulp out of you. And you know who I'm talking about. You're not safe. A voice said she's coming on panel. I didn't see that. It's nice to have somebody up here because I'm driving around. But I got a real warm, nice feeling that people talk about me and do streams about me while I'm not here. These people are aging terrible, aren't they? Hey, Anderson. John, will you be going to jail after you beat him? Who cares? In New Jersey, they don't keep you for beating somebody up. They release you. Look at Mark Terry. Anderson, I'm almost untouchable around over here. You know what I mean? I am literally untouchable around over here. History teaches us that I'm basically untouchable. Not you, Anderson. I don't mean you either. Anderson, you're welcome. I put the link by Esner. You have to take them with small doses. You know what I mean? Anyway, this crab, I got good damaging video of the crab and the caboose losing it. They went crazy. I made them literally lose. I had them going crazy, and I have it recorded. There's a side of them you haven't seen. And what's a crab do? Bring my mother into it. He brings a dead mother, motherfucker. He better hope I never get a hold of him, Crab. Crab, I'm going to find out who you are sooner or later. You can only hide so much. I found out about Kitten Rat, didn't I? Where's Kitten Rat at? 2 fucking birds with 1 stone. The Gremlin Elf and Kitten Rat. Justice isn't like a bullet, you know. It takes time. I have so much work I'm going to be doing. This is a 3-year process, 3 to 5 years to eliminate these people legally, or if somebody else eliminates them, that's on them. I mean, you shouldn't be writing letters to certain groups of organizations signing your name and addresses. You know what I mean? If it's true. The judge is John's cousin. How did you know? I'm protected around here. I'm a protective citizen. Plus, I don't do anything wrong. I exercise my freedom of speech. That's the whole point. I don't do anything wrong. I don't break any laws. They suck. Their channels suck and they stink. Well, hello.
Hello there.
Hey, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you doing?
I'm all right. I had I don't go there and watch, but I had like a couple people. Oh, what's her name is doing a stream on you, PDX, and
I know.
for 4 hours they went over about me and you and sped up the voices and tried to act weird. I mean, what is wrong with these people, Avoid?
Obviously everybody hates truth tellers, John. They can't handle the fucking truth, right? And you know, they've wronged so many people, and Emmy's more than aware. You know, she even called me a truth teller herself. So, you know, I mean, what do you expect,
Right.
Emmy? Okay, it's no skin off my nose whether you're all pissed off with me or not. You can have 6-hour streams for the next fucking 60 years. I don't give a shit. That's the point. I don't give a fuck. You've done shitty things, terrible things, bad things, and if no one else is going to call you out on that shit, I am. So fucking suck it up, Buttercup. It's the way it is. They really are.
Little by little, they're turning on her.
Yeah, but I don't give a fuck.
Little by little, they're turning on her. One here, one there, one there.
I left PDX the minute I knew they were up to shady shit. And I'm renowned on YouTube for being somebody, the righteous one, the one who will just not put up with any fuckery. So what else did they expect? I just gave... Emmy, was there anything that I said that wasn't true? Anything at all? And actually, you should be thanking me as well, because I debunked the whole incest thing. Actually, didn't I? I gave the actual true version of events of something very innocent that happened between your children when they were very small. So I did you a favor in that respect, actually.
Right. You did the girl
but the rest
favor,
of it,
the lady.
Yeah, and the rest of it is everything that you've told me yourself. So not one single part of it is fabricated. Not one part of it. You've wronged somebody that I care about deeply, and this is what you get for it. I'm sorry. This is what you get for it. Come after me, it makes no difference. Ask anyone on YouTube. I don't fucking care. I don't.
You have a lot of friends, but you don't like that, you know?
No, I know.
A lot of people admire you and all that, and it just eats her out. It eats her. She even made a comment Oh, you lick it and enjoy the salty taste. What kind of disgusting talk is that?
Yeah, who said that comment? Because I heard you say it on the live that
Emmy.
I missed.
Emmy said it
Emmy said
about
that about who?
I guess it was you. I don't know.
Right.
Who else would it be? It wasn't me.
Well, all she's doing there is completely supporting Lolly's accusation of me sucking her clit. Then, right? Which of course has never happened.
No, she's saying to do that to her. For you to do it to her.
Oh, she wants me to do it to her.
What kind of woman talks like that? That's ridiculous. It's like sick.
Yeah, I know.
Perverted. Everything out of her mouth is about sex. You notice that?
But by the same token, John, you come on now. We've all got to own our own shit, right? You've got to remember now that Lolly, you know, when she was at her absolute worst self, was accusing people of licking Emmy's clit, etc. It's not the kind of way I conduct myself on YouTube, you know? So it's kind of game on, if you like. When Lolly opens that kind of gate, then it's game on for others, right? I expected more from Lolly for using that kind of graphic filth. I've never stooped that low on YouTube, and I never will. But I don't understand now. I mean, Emmy, seriously, like, what am I doing? Bursting your little delusional bubble here, where you think you're going to be the queen of fucking YouTube. You're never going to be the queen of YouTube. You're never going to be relevant in the bite. Trust and believe me, you don't know how the bite works. You really, really don't. Okay. You have to be made of certain stuff. Even though it's a dying breed anyway, nobody really now is queuing up to want to be in the bite because it's almost extinct. So why you're trying to get in there like a thirsty motherfucker, I don't understand. Because you're getting into something that is actually on the verge of extinction. Yeah.
To be irrelevant. She wants to be relevant. And
she wants to be relevant everywhere. Emmy, not being funny now, okay? But I've probably got more than what it takes to go from channel to channel and inject myself like a fucking tampon and become very, very popular in there, if that's what I wanted to do. I've never done that, Emmy. So what's wrong with you? You've got your own community, yeah? I've got 2.75 thousand subs now, and I haven't even pressed the live button on my channel yet.
Right.
Okay.
And what about all these simps that welcome a stranger with open arms like that? You know what
this is a message now, John, for Emmy, right? Emmy, keep up with these long streams about me just for speaking the truth. I will press my fucking live button and I'll make my channel all about you. Okay? So you stop this right now, and I mean it, you stop it right now, or I will press live on that button and trust and believe when I've got 2.75 thousand fucking subs that have yet to hear me go live. When I press it, you can be guaranteed that's going to fill up pretty fucking fast because everybody's been waiting for it to happen. If you want my first ever live stream to be all about you and your fucking fuckery, then so be it. So be one. If you want a war, you couldn't be going to war against the worst person. Trust and believe, because I never fucking lose. So I've said my piece now because you've wronged people, and I always stand with the underdog. Always.
Right.
Now, I've called you out on your fuckery. Now you've had your little retaliation on a 6-hour fucking stream, which I haven't seen yet. I've just got multiple messages saying, oh my God, what have you done to PDX? They're going live. They're attacking you left, right, and center. Right. You've done that now. I'm strongly suggesting you fucking stop right there, because I didn't even touch the surface of the thing that I know yesterday. Didn't even scratch the surface. So you want me to press live and then actually tell them everything I know about you? Then keep talking, girl.
Yeah, you know a lot.
Keep fucking talking, because I've got way more filth on you than I told John yesterday.
Filth.
Okay, so this is me throwing down the gauntlet. If I hear that you've done one more hour with me in your mouth, I will press the live button on my fucking channel, and then it'll be PDX. It'll be a PDX fucking what do they call it? Extravaganza, isn't it? I will absolutely go to town on you, girl.
Right.
All right? So
I'm being easy on these people, you know what I mean?
I've owned your ass now, but I'm nowhere near to covering it all. But I will shut the fuck up about it and leave it as is. I'll keep talking about it, but I will just keep it as is. But excuse me, let's hear at least a little thank you for me debunking the terrible accusations about the incest in your family. I know that was untrue. I debunked that by saying what actually happened.
Right, they were playing doctor.
I deserve a thank you for that at least, because now nobody's going to accuse you of that, okay? Because I debunked it. So I'll have a little thank you from you for that, actually.
Right.
But please, one more word, Emmy, be very fucking careful. Because just like John, you haven't done your homework on this girl. This girl has been fighting the worst of the worst in the bite since 2019. Okay? I'm not scared of fucking anyone, and I fight my own battles.
Exactly.
So choose your battles very wisely now, Emmy, is all I can tell you. You may think you've got fucking Noodles' crew, Bianca's crew, and everybody else's crew behind you. I don't need a single fucking person behind me to fight you.
That's the difference.
I'm strong enough to fucking annihilate you on my own, actually.
Right.
Okay, so yesterday was just a walk in the park with John. You know, a little chitter-chatter with John, right, John? Like we're walking through the park. That's all yesterday was. You want me to cover the actual real fuckery on my own channel, then fucking carry on the way you're going. Otherwise, shut the fuck up right now. Do you understand?
Yeah, give people a break. Talk about somebody else.
Because there's a shit ton of skeletons in your closet that I haven't even fucking talked about yet. Really? And I won't talk about them unless you shut the fuck up right now. There you go.
There's a history they have with these people, you know?
Yeah.
There's a history they have with a lot of people that they did the same thing to. Bully and try to demonetize, you know, like demolish, to bring down, to destroy, you know, certain people.
And the thing is, also, John, the thing that I never told you.
She came to me. I didn't go to her.
What did she tell you?
No, I mean, the beginning of all this.
You mean in general?
Wouldn't leave me alone.
Yeah, I know.
This PDX, I didn't know her from a can of spray paint. She started coming around to me, and then she got the royal boot, and that pissed her off.
Yeah,
she might get away with hanging at these little sandals that don't mean nothing, but the big ones.
Exactly, like people like Badcore, right? Like Badcore. No one gives a fuck, you know.
Yeah,
people pop in there, and then he's so irrelevant on YouTube. It's unbelievable. Yeah. So you know, as I say, she tried her best to come in here. That didn't work, you know.
Right.
Well, actually, Chrissy T in chat, imagine a Brit threatening Americans on the July the 4th. I'm not threatening. I'm just letting her know where we stand.
Trying her best.
It's not a threat.
You know what I mean? Lolly was the first one that far out on his bullshit. Right. Yeah. You're not welcome here ever on this channel. Them people are not.
No.
For the life of YouTube. They tried to have me thrown in jail. You know what I mean? They crossed the line over YouTube.
That was something that I never even covered with you yesterday, John. When I told you it goes back a long, long way. We're talking right back to when they first joined YouTube. Again, there is a constant and common thread. Do you think you're the first person that they've filed charges against? They lure people in just to be able to then start a case against them and take them to court. They never succeed.
They have a history of doing this.
Oh, they have. They've been doing it from more or less the time they started. Yeah, since they started being creators on YouTube. I get this from a very reliable source. They've been filing charges against people just like they did against you right out of the gate. It's what they do. They get their kicks out of that. But they never win, right? Because they've never got a strong enough case.
Views. They never win. They never win. But they like it. They think it's entertaining. But they're messing with the wrong person. They're messing with the wrong person because false charges.
But don't, like I say, I heard you on your live stream. I heard you on your live stream that I missed yesterday, where you said you like to make people lose sleep, right? You like to get inside their head and give them sleepless nights.
Oh, I'm in their head. I would lose. Trust
me. Nobody loses a wink of sleep whenever they threaten to take somebody to court, because they've never, ever got enough proof against anybody. They just get the kick out of the entire process. And that's fucked up in the head. That's fucked up in the head.
They like the process, you know? It gives them attention and all that. But they got exposed this time. Usually the people they bring to court, they cringe or like hide behind a little thing and, you know, they run and delete their channels. They destroyed many channels, you know?
Yeah. On Chrissy T.
People, you know,
Chrissy T.
John,
let's not ignore the chat. Chrissy T. Oh, yes, you threatened to go nuclear with a live button. Excuse me. So fucking what? So what? Like, I'm threatening to press the live button on my channel. So what the fuck is that got to do with the 4th of July? I'm not being funny now. I can go live on any fucking day of the week. Just because it's the 4th of July, why wouldn't I decide this is the day I'm going live? Oh, thank you. It's only YouTube. Oh, yeah. Listen now, okay? I'm just going to say this straight, John. I did hear It's Only YouTube ask you on your channel yesterday about things that you're saying in my community tab, okay? I have seen what's happened on there today. You know what I'm talking about, okay? I don't need to go into detail here. It's Only YouTube. You need to stop saying things like that in the comment section. Yeah. As much as I adore you for always being so supportive of me, but when you're going to bring things like that up to John, he's absolutely going to do what he's actually done, if that makes sense. John, this is like speaking in code. We know what we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
It's Only YouTube. If you're going to say things like that in public on one of his live streams, then he's absolutely going to react the way he did, okay? So please just keep that out of things, okay? It doesn't matter who leaves comments on my community tab. You know, it's okay, Only YouTube. I don't want a sorry from you. I'm just saying it's not the wisest thing in the world to be saying things like that in John's live streams. So please, 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 as much as I appreciate you, just don't do it, okay? Because John has kind of got a reputation to keep here, you know, and it's not cool, you know, kind of outing him for something that he may, you know, not be happy about. So just don't do that, okay? So I understand why it's happened, John. So let's keep it that way. It's Only YouTube, okay?
Yeah, thank you.
It's nobody else's business, and it's really not a big deal. So let's leave that. Let's leave that where it is, okay? I understand why it wasn't there anymore, John, and that's okay. But with me, okay? We're good. Forget about it. He's got a reputation to keep. That's right, Only YouTube. So we don't need. You don't need to be talking about things like my community tab. In the scheme of things, it means absolutely nothing. So let it go. And please don't ask John about that in his live streams again, please, if you don't mind. Thank you.
Chrissy T's laughing about it.
Yeah.
Our reputation
Oh, Brick W, this is a traitor channel. Like, who the fuck do you want up here? Do you want Biden up here? Or who do you want up here? What, Brick W, I tell you what, if this is a traitor channel because you haven't got a yank up on panel on July the 4th, why don't you take that fucking link? I'd love to hear what you can bring to the table. So press that link and John will let you up here. Let's see how entertaining you are on July the 4th. Please come up. This Brit will gladly stand down to have you up here as his co-host for a few hours. Let's see how you bode. Are you Mexican? Well, I'm not racist. Mexican American, right? So get up here. Can you speak fucking American? Can you speak English? Oh my God, it's only YouTube is English. I had no idea. Yeah, I'm Welsh. I am from Wales. Same place as Catherine Zeta-Jones. No English. Oh yeah, fuck off, Brit W. Okay, you've been writing perfectly grammatically correct English until now. All of a sudden, no English. Fuck off with that bullshit. Okay, you can speak English perfectly fine. You're now very insecure because I've just challenged you to come up on panel. So don't play your little Mexican fucking non-speak English fucking card with me because it's not washing, okay?
Another thing is,
yeah,
PDX spent a lot of time defending the Gremlin Elf Noodles.
Of
he's
course.
not this and he's not that. He's only kidding. He's not.
No.
And it's ridiculous. We know he means the truth about it all.
Yeah. She's going to backtrack a lot now, John. Backtrack a lot. She's going to be denying a lot of things. I honestly, I'm not even. You've saved the live. You said I don't even want to hear it because, like I said, you want to keep it for certain purposes. I don't actually give a fuck what.
It's really dumb and stupid. You know, she had no case.
Yeah.
Everything they said was lies. That's what she said.
Yeah.
Everything was lies. You know?
I mean. You know, do you know what I mean? Like, Emmy, probably you're so fucking delusional. You think that the whatever rampage you've been on, anti-John, anti-fucking Avoid and everything else, it is almost like the fucking presidential debate. Nobody actually gives a fuck, okay?
Right.
You're nobody. Nobody cares. The fact that people have just sent me messages saying, "Oh my God, they've been attacking you left and right."
Yeah, we don't watch you.
I literally said,
hear about it.
Well,
you know?
yeah, who cares? Who cares? I don't give a fuck. They had it coming, and that's the end of it.
I just use it for other purposes.
Yeah, I realize that. You need to keep receipts, right, John?
Because if somebody's going to say what a terrible person I am, and I'm doing all this stuff, and they're talking about me like the way they do, that's evidence.
Yeah.
You know. Because these people, you know, they're nuts. They want to bring everybody and get everybody arrested, you know?
Yeah.
For no reason.
But see, this is the difference between them and people like you and me, John. You know, we're just on the on a panel today,
right.
And we're literally just saying, you know, so what? You know, so you did a 6-hour stream. You slated us. That they called you a groomer, that they called me this, that, and the other. Guess what? Neither of us are actually on here. Are we crying? Are we devastated? Are we emotionally distressed?
No,
we're nothing.
Not at all.
We're absolutely nothing. We're completely indifferent about it. They're
going nuts about it, you know?
They are.
You know what? They care what other people think, and that's their downfall. That's their weakness.
Yeah. So we get a rise out of you, right? For speaking home truths about you. But look at us today. You've been attacking us relentlessly on a 6-hour stream. And me and John may as well talk about the weather because we're so indifferent about what you think. So indifferent. We don't care.
Right.
We actually don't care. Yeah. Yeah. It's like water off a fucking duck's ass for me. I'm not even going to listen to what you had to say. John has saved it, so John can reference back to it. But I don't even know what you've said about me, and I don't fucking care. So you're wasted. You've wasted 6 hours of your fucking lives. 6 hours of your lives. That amount of chunk of time you've wasted slating two people who actually don't give us not even a smidge of a fuck about what you think.
The only way I find out is because people message me and tell me.
Yeah, me too, John.
Misfit Mafia or whatever said,
Yeah.
guess what they're doing? And I go, after the fact, I don't watch these people. They're boring. But if it's about me, of course I'm going to go and get evidence, you know?
Yeah, and here we go, PDX again, to support what I just said about how indifferent me and John are about how you think about us or what you have to say about what we talked about yesterday. Listen to what John just said. He only got messages to tell him that you were live for 6 hours slating us. I was the same. I've only received messages telling me, oh my God, what have you done to PDX? Because I'm there going for you fucking really, really hard for hours on end. We've both heard about it secondhand.
Right.
Let that sink in. We haven't
Where
seen.
they're glued.
We haven't
They're
watched
glued every
you.
time I go live. I couldn't care less.
Not me.
I'm not sub to them. I don't go over there. I don't listen to them. But they're infatuated with this channel.
So let that sink, Emmy, let that sink in. Not one of us on this panel, there's two of us, and not one of us even know or knew what you were doing for 6 hours. It's taken other people to bring it to our attention. And even when they did, all John did was save it. I haven't even looked at it, let alone saved it. So you've just wasted 6 fucking hours of your time.
Right.
Because we think you're the most irrelevant people on YouTube. You're not worth talking about. Okay?
Do they think I'm going to sit there for 6 hours and listen to that bullshit?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I save it and that's it.
Fuck me. I'd lose the will to live.
I listened to the first 10 minutes of it and I was bored already.
Yeah, I would be the same. About 5 minutes of listening to fucking Emmy and J-Mac, and I would literally be in a self-induced fucking coma. So no, I'm not going to listen to you for more than 5 minutes. Fuck off with that shit. But I've got you blocked anyway, so I don't have notifications. And I certainly, I've got most of you chat blocked. So, I'm not interested. I've only been told that you've been slagging me off for 6 hours and slagging John off for 6 hours. And I just thought, okay, well, who cares? That's what I told everybody who messaged me. I don't care.
Who cares,
Because, see, that's how strong people are.
I listened to 10 minutes of it, and the rest was recorded because I didn't even want to listen. I'm not going to sit around for 6 hours and listen to that nonsense. So 10 minutes is enough to turn my stomach with that. It's like...
Who are they saying that you were grooming then, John? Was it me?
No, I'm grooming Jeff H. They kept saying it over and over. They don't even know who the guy is.
Oh my God, that's
I got it recorded too. That's
harassment. That's so rich, right? Because what is Botta now? He's about 18, 19. Let's face it now.
He's an adult when
I came on to YouTube in 2019, and when the CP shit started, Botta would have only been around 13 or 14. Okay, so to be calling John a groomer of him now that he's an adult, when Noodles actually fucking groomed him and indoctrinated him when he was a young child. Okay, so that's rich coming from you to say that John has fucking groomed him. He was groomed when he was a really young child by Noodles. We all know this.
That's a damaging comment right there, without proof.
Yeah. I don't care. I don't care. I know I can do
what they said about me is a damaging comment without proof.
It is.
You know what it is? They want to be able to say whatever they want to say. But if I
John, he's an adult now, though. So this goes in your advantage, You didn't even know Botta when he was up to fuckery with Noodles, did you?
Nope.
You didn't know who he was. Nobody really knew who he was. He was just a name, right? Well, how could they accuse you now of grooming him when now he's actually an adult? It's ridiculous. You can't groom an adult, can you?
Do you know what a bully is, Avoid? Someone that wants to say what they want, but when you say something back, they cry, oh my God, he can't say that or they can't do that. And that's what they are. They're bullies.
Yeah.
Whole different ball game over here. I don't back down. I keep coming forward and I don't dig in. You know what I mean?
No. I don't fall apart at the seams when somebody tells me that somebody's absolutely fucking just annihilating me or trying to on a panel. It means nothing. It has no effect on me whatsoever.
Right.
None at all. I know that everything I said yesterday was true, and you deserved everything you were getting, okay? Because I'm getting to hear more and more fuckery by the day about you, okay? I'm not going to allow it. There's a person I care about that you really fucking wronged in a major fucking way. And I'm not going to go into detail about that, okay? Because I'm fighting my own battle here. But let me tell you now, while I've got a hole in my ass, you will never get away with ill-treating somebody for no justified fucking reason. You can ask people like Evil Abe. I've gone after him. He's the worst of the worst. But I've gone after him back in the day when he used to fucking wrong people, innocent people. Emmy, compared to Evil Abe, trust and believe, you're like a fucking marshmallow, okay? A marshmallow. Okay, that I can squish under my fucking shoe, right? So you've got delusions of grandeur here, Emmy. You really do. I know you want to think you're some big shot, especially now that you're trying to get really in and thirsty as fuck to get into the bite. But trust and believe, you're going into something that is no longer really in existence. It's only the people that are in it, again, in complete denial that they're still big shots on YouTube. They're not. They're not big shots.
There's no boy.
No, there is no bite.
What is the boy?
I mean, are we going to base the bite on people like Bergs? Wow. Wow, what a fucking template for the bite, right? Bergs.
You know what? He's a big producer over there now. He's always on her panel. Yeah. Bergs is always on her panel now.
Yeah, and then if he's such a big, big shot now with management, yeah, and basically Noodles putting him back on the map, yeah. I mean, John, all we need to do is replay him coming on the panel yesterday. He was as drunk as a fucking skunk. He didn't make any sense whatsoever. I mean, he actually reminded me of Joe Biden for a minute. He reminded me of Joe Biden.
How dare that loser?
Yeah. And he was calling me all kind of things and was saying that my vagina smelled like fucking something disgusting and everything else. I mean, Bergs,
they got 100 feet from you,
You've got to grow up, Bergs, because it's, you've got to make things make sense if you're going to make a powerful argument. You kept saying in one breath that I'm not American, so I shouldn't be on the panel, and you couldn't stand me, and I'm a Brit, and you didn't want me on here. But then telling me that, making a bold statement like her vagina stinks of this or whatever. Well,
he's a weirdo.
How would you know, Bergs? You're fucking thousands of miles away. You have to. If you're going to be a liar and you're going to make false accusations, then you've got to make them a good one. You've got to have factual based accusations.
I've been giving this guy $100 a month in super chats and all that.
Why have you been doing
why
that,
am I giving
John?
this guy any kind of money? I mean, I added up. It's like it equals like $100 a month. And then he's going around over and simping. He's a simp. I don't respect him. I'd rather give you money or something.
Well, the thing is, John, the people that are going after you, right, and you're retaliate, this big feud that you've got going on with these people. If Bergs was any kind of friend to you, then to come on here on your panel and disrespect you the way he did yesterday.
Right.
By saying, oh my God, John, you're so much of a pussy. You want me to go live, which puts my channel at risk. But if I talk about the crab and the orca whale and the gremlin elf and everything else, do it on your own channel. Excuse me, Bergs, that's all that John does on his channel.
I know, that's all I do.
What the fuck are you talking about? That's normally...
I'm gonna get this piece of metal, talk.
It's okay. That's normally... That's your go-to every day, more or less. is what the Gremlin Elf is up to, what Cabbage is up to, what fucking Carl 2.0 is up to. So for Bergs to come up here and say, you want me to lose my channel, John, by talking about the Gremlin Elf and the Crab and everybody on my channel, why don't you actually fucking say it on your own channel? So your channel is in fucking danger, not mine. Excuse me, Bergs, that's all fucking John ever talks about on here. Everybody who comes up, he asks them, what do you think of the Crab? What do you think of the Gremlin Elf, what he's up to? What do you think of the fucking Orca Whale? That's all he ever talks about on here, because they never stop talking about him. So, Bergs, for the love of God, if you're one of the only representatives of the Boit, you're a pretty fucking shit one, if you ask me. Come on now, you need to sharpen your act up. If you're one of these people now that's got a producer, a fucking manager, and all the rest of these things, then polish yourself up, clean yourself up, because you're just a fucking joke on here, Dubbed. You're just a joke. You're a hot fucking mess, and more than that, please, for the love of God, start treating your parents with fucking respect. That's the least you can do for what they've done for you throughout your life. Because didn't we cover this? Didn't we cover this for a while when I was actually a part of this channel? Before the falling out, didn't we cover how we thought that the Noodles was actually abusing and taking advantage of MMD? It's no fucking different to how you're treating your parents, Bergs. It really isn't. So, come on now. There's very few of you left in the Boit. I'm not going to go this. I'm keeping the drama community Boit out of this, because it's got nothing to do with what's going on here, But Bergs, Blue Waffles, I think, are the two biggest OGs in the Boit on here. And you're really not giving the dying Boit a great look, Bergs. And to try and tell us yesterday that you've got a girlfriend now who's 29 years old and stunningly beautiful. I mean, for the love of God, are you fucking kidding me? Because obviously she's going to be pinching herself and thinking, oh, wow, he's the biggest catch on earth, right? Standing in his parents' garage with a fucking sombrero on, playing the guitar and singing fucking out of tune. I'm sure she must be fucking pinching herself right now, to be honest. If that's the catch she's got, oh my God, I'd be putting a fucking gun to my head. I really would. Right, so here we go. Reading comments. John groomed zombies, says Brit W. I don't know. Actually, I disagree with that. Bianca Seasons groomed zombies. She had zombies literally eating out of the palm of her hand. And he did the most stupidest fucked up things on demand for Bianca. The most disgusting things. And zombies went ahead for it. I tried to put zombies on the right path and told him to stop being Bianca's gimp. But he never did. So I think he's got a bit of a thing for her. That's okay. Now, I think Zombies is a nice guy. A bit weird, yes, but wonderfully weird. I'd love to talk to him again because he hasn't been around for ages. It's you, Tony YouTube, John and Avoid are fantastic together. Looking forward to many more streams. Thank you so much. It's only YouTube. I'm really enjoying myself up here again. He's dead. Who's dead? So, right, no more rumors about people being dead, okay? Because apparently I'm dead, Brit W. Apparently Evil Abe has been saying I'm dead. John has been saying I'm dead. Carl 2.0 has been saying I'm dead. Let's stop with this who's dead things. If they're dead, they're dead, okay? It's not like we're all going to go to the fucking funerals, right? We're not all going to be heartbroken and cry a river. Right. Let's face it, because we're not pretending here that we're all the best of buds. We're just online acquaintances, right? So if Zombies was dead, I'd feel sad for a few moments, yes. Yeah, and if G Mango's died, I'd be thinking, oh my God, that's so sad. Because that was a big rumour mill at one point saying that he had died, which wasn't true. So, let's face it, if somebody dies on YouTube, of course, all of us are going to think for a few minutes, oh my God, that's sad. I didn't know that. That's awful. But it's not really going to ruin our day, is it?
Right.
Let's be really real here.
Well, a
Ha-
voice.
ha- yeah,
Yeah. Back to just a second.
Bergs.
Back to Burns.
Yeah,
He is such a backstabber. I mean, he has no loyalty in him at all.
absolutely none, John. None whatsoever.
No loyalty in him.
No. I think Bergs is very much like Emmy, very much like Bianca, very much like Noodles. They only actually care about themselves. They're so self-absorbed.
Right.
It's what they can get out of everybody, right? What they can
Right.
get. They're not givers
Begging me for
of
money
anything.
day and night. You know what I mean? He begs me for money day and night.
Yeah.
Off of YouTube.
They're not.
And then
they're not
lies because
givers.
I bother him. I don't bother that guy.
Yeah.
The guy, I could show you. I mean, he's like, oh, I'm going to go live. I need money. Give me money. Give me money. But he's not loyal or nothing, He's
No.
He's like, no more money
Jesus.
for him. And also, you can't be friends with everybody, Bergs. You got to pick, sometimes you got to pick a side a little bit,
Yeah.
He thinks he can be friends with everybody and cut everybody down. One day he'll hate me. One day he'll hate this one. One day he'll hate that one.
Yeah.
Like, what is wrong with you, dude? You're a weirdo.
And did you hear how he said that when he was trying to tell me?
I didn't like him calling you the C word. I didn't like that at all.
Honestly, John, don't ever worry about me up here. Today not so bad, probably because people are not okay, no problem. Britt W, are you saying this time the maggots are eating zombies? Britt W laughs. Britt W, it was a genuine question. Right, so Britt W, can you actually show us an obituary? It's either show receipts or it never happened, right? I'll be really honest. If zombies is dead, that's a terrible thing. But then again, the way he lived his life, it's kind of, it's a kind, for me, it's a kind of done deal when you're an alcoholic. Anybody who's an alcoholic and has no intent whatsoever of changing that, then they're destined for a way too early death, right? It's your lifestyle. You take care of yourself or you don't. But again, nobody has shown me any proof that zombies is dead. I hope he's not. I hope he's not. I hope he's not dead. And I think it would be nice to have him back every now and again because he's so weirdly, this is the word I describe zombies, weirdly wonderful. I will always call him that. I know he's a bit nuts, but I find it quite adorable. I do. So, yeah, it is. It would be terribly sad if he's gone. But then again, it's only YouTube. You've got to remember, that how he lives his life. That's asking for an early death, right?
Right.
I absolutely don't live the way I did when I was 20 years younger, I just don't. I do own a YouTube. I found zombies absolutely adorable. Would I trust him with my life? No, I wouldn't, because he's a little bit far gone. But I do embrace the weirdness in him. I mean, when you used to hold a panel here for John and Lolly, if they needed a break, I loved listening to the things that zombies had to say, even when they were absolutely fucking batshit crazy. He was still adorable. And at one point, yes, I was slated for this. I did send him a super chat because he didn't have any money. Actually, no, it was a PayPal payment. And I sent him $20. or £20 or something like that. And I was slated
That
for
was
that.
nice of you.
They slated me for that, but he had absolutely no money in his bank account or on him or whatsoever. And, he showed there was no feed. And of course, everybody is going to turn around and said, well, that's feeding his habit. He's only going to go out and buy a bottle of something with it, right? A bottle of alcohol. Do you know what? There are some people where, even though it's never going to be me because I've got more self-discipline and I'm never going to let myself get to that place, we've all got to just accept the Zombies was in the state that he was, and that it was highly unlikely that anything was going to change. But guess what? I'm the kind of person where I didn't really give a fuck. I was given that money. If it meant by him buying a bottle of vodka, which helped him get through a day, I didn't care. I didn't care. Nobody's no, he didn't beg for it, actually, Brit W. He never begged for it. He just said that he was in a bad way financially and he had no money. He never begged for it. I literally just asked him, what's your PayPal? Okay? I'd rather give him $20 than give somebody like fucking Bergs $20 because he's abusing his elderly parents. I don't think Zombies is only abusing his own body with alcohol.
Bergs
He
is only for
begged.
Bergs and Bergs only. Bergs is for Bergs and Bergs only. That's it.
Yeah, and they're all the same, John. They're all the same. The people
PDX,
who are
all for themselves.
judging us, putting us into the fucking microscope and judging us and calling us out for this and calling us for that. Me and John probably live the cleanest, most toxin-free fucking lives ever.
Exactly. I don't drink or smoke or do anything.
They smoke weed on their fucking live streams.
Right.
Noodle
They're
smokes weed. Yeah, alcoholics. They smoke weed and drink when they're in their fucking cars, when they're at home, when they're anywhere. I don't do that, okay? I don't live my way my life that way, and neither does John.
I live a clean life myself. I don't do any of that stuff.
No, exactly.
These people are all polluted in the head,
Yeah. Because the thing is, we know, that what we put into our bodies now kind of dictates how long we've got left in this earth. It's common sense, right? My days of abusing my body, was years ago when I thought I was absolutely what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word invincible, John. That's when you're young and you're stupid and you drink too much, you binge drink and you do this and you do that. That's when you're young, you never think that your end is coming. But you hit a certain age and you're absolutely aware of that. And that's when you have to address things and change your lifestyle, to make sure that you're here for as long as humanly possible. You take care of yourself. Kamala 2024 is wishing you a happy 4th of July, John. John? Happy 4th of July to you, Kamala. I don't know why John's just gone quiet. He's messing around. He's obviously doing some work. But I'll make sure I'll tell him again when he comes back on, just in case he didn't hear me. And happy 4th of July to all of you. I do forget sometimes, that it's a huge day in your country. I do forget. We've got our election tomorrow on the 5th. He got sucked up in the trash compactor. Yeah, it's our general election tomorrow. So our new prime minister is chosen tomorrow. And believe it or not, nobody here is excited about it. Not one of us. It's going to be a terrible day tomorrow because whoever wins is going to be a loser anyway. And our country is just going to get worse. We would so love to have hope on the horizon like you do in Yeah, Labour's going to win. It's only YouTube. And I trust and believe Starmer is a fucking snake in the grass. I will tell you now, right? I'm not voting because nobody deserves a vote. But at this point, I will turn around and say this. If I did vote, I would vote to keep fucking Sunak in. And I'll tell you why, right? Even though I think he's a piece of shit too. Better the devil you know, if that makes sense. We kind of know what to expect from Sunak, yeah, which is absolutely fuck all, really. We know to expect nothing. But he's not pushing the zero carbon emissions as much as Labour is, you know. He decided to put a little bit of a hold on that. And for me, I'd rather put up with another 4 years of that, less climate change bullshit with Sunak than what Starmer and everybody are going to be spending money on zero carbon emission fucking agendas.
Can
Yeah,
you hear me okay now?
yeah, I just wanted to let you know that Kamala 2024 is wishing you a happy 4th of July.
Uh-huh. Hey, avoid back to Bergs.
Yeah.
Bergs is one of the biggest scumbags around, I found out, you know?
Yeah, I think so too.
He's one of the biggest backstabbers I ever seen.
But you know that there's
no loyalty whatsoever.
There's a pattern here, though. Have you not noticed? It's like the minute that they spend a little bit too much time affiliated to Noodles, the worse they get. You know, they're all getting worse, all of them. You know, unless he's eliminated from YouTube, then these other people who strive to be him, which I'll never understand. I'll never understand why they want to strive to be him. Because who the fuck wants to be Noodles? But they do for some reason, right? Which gives them a really fucked up mindset. There's something fucking wrong with them.
Some people are better looking in person than they are on YouTube. This friggin' Noodles is the opposite. He's a very ugly looking guy.
Yeah.
He doesn't look as masculine as he does on YouTube.
It's weird though, right?
His face is all dented in like a can.
Yeah, but you know what though? I think he angles his camera and everything really strategically when he's in the car or where he's sitting in the pub. So you're just seeing him more or less front on at all times, you know?
Right.
It is pretty cool now for men to have beards. That's kind of back in fashion, especially here in the UK. Beards are very in now, especially for the young guys, right? So a lot of them are growing quite bushy beards. I don't personally like it, but apparently it's the cool thing to do. But he's always very carefully how he angles his camera. So he never comes across as looking. He never really looks too shabby, if that makes sense, when you're just seeing him face on. But then he's very careful not to be looking in different directions, right? Because then you would see a different profile of his face. Yeah. So much thought must be going in to when he's coming up. You know,
That's much. That's why when they meet him, they friend zone him after when they see what he really looks like. Because he looks like his face looks like a half moon sideways. It's all dented in. Do you know what a half moon looks like?
Yeah. Because isn't his mother Korean or something like that?
He has a half moon face. It's no,
listen, this is actually true. I don't know whether I only learned this when I spent time in his side chat. His mother, because he's got very slanty little eyes, hasn't he? And it turns out that his mother is actually kind of Asian, whether it's Korean or something like that. But there is a link to it, which is it explains his eye shape. Because he's got very slitty eyes, hasn't he, you know?
And I call him like a balloon. He has his head, like, you ever see an African that wears one of the big masks that cover over the whole body?
Yeah.
His head is all disappropriate from his body. It's like, it's as big as his whole chest and everything. It's like weird,
I know.
Man.
I
He's a
know.
weird, strange-looking. I'm not making it up, Avoid. I'm being true.
No, I know.
He's
I
a
know.
strange-looking character in real life.
Yeah.
He's dainty. He has no muscle tone to him.
And
Completely different than how he looks on there. I don't know what he does.
Yeah.
It's all facade. He's a weird-looking, strange-looking, very unattractive in real life. It's not what he looks like on there.
No.
His face looks filled and round. In real life, it's crushed up.
And do you
It's
think,
like all
right,
the air is out of the tire. You know what I mean?
do you think, like I do though, John, that he strategically grew a beard to disguise, because he slowly started to look a lot older than he was, right? He started to age very quickly, didn't he? There was a little bit of a decline, I believe, in his looks department. He started to look pretty tired all the time. He started to look a bit rough, right? I remember Lolly and you mentioning that at one point. What do you not think that he's grown that beard strategically? I think that beard is hiding a multitude of sins. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Well, these people, a lot of them with beards like him, they're very unattractive people.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why they had these beards, like J-Mac and all that. Because if they were clean cut, they'd look silly. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then
psychologically, they think that covers up the way they really look, you know?
High Heels is a person in the side chat, and he's saying Noodles has the ugliest beard ever. It's dirty. Well, here's the thing, High Heels, right? It's a big trend now here in the UK for even young men in their 20s, early 30s to be growing oversized beards. And it kind of looks right on some people. It's pretty trendy, you know, but the grooming that it takes, you know, like I know one of my sons did it. Well, you know, when you make that decision to grow quite a big beard and have a nice moustache and everything else, it's high maintenance. If you want it to work in your favor, so you always look very dapper with a beard and a moustache, right?
Then like if you look like G.I. Joe, that's okay. But these guys, they let it grow like they're too lazy to groom or shave. That's what it is.
Yeah, but I'm just supporting what High Heels are saying in the chat. That when they're doing it here in the UK, you know, I hate men over grooming. You know, I think it's pretty fucking, I don't know, it's weird to me that men get as much grooming as women now. But you do see them actually, for it to work for somebody, then they have to look immaculate, right? So they wash that beard. They condition that beard. There's now beard oil, yeah, to keep it looking really neat. They have to trim it constantly. You know, it's almost like one of these topiary bushes, you know? You've got to, unless you actually keep on top of it all of the time and maintain it constantly, then it's just going to look like any other bush. Does that make sense? It's got to be perfectly looked after and be kept on top of at all times. He's just grown it and has just let it go. Just let it go. You know, he's not looking after it. So it's not working for him. Plus, he's an older guy as well, so it's even worse when you see fucking bits of food and stuff in it. It's like, why would you live stream that? For the love of God, you know? It's disgusting.
He's a very dainty, petite-looking man with a dented-in face. That's the best way to describe him.
Dented in.
I'm 5'7", maybe, and I have to look down on him. So I mean,
it's like somebody's taking a fucking sledgehammer to it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. And then High Heels is saying now he rarely showers and he doesn't groom it. 100% High Heels. Because what was with this fucking challenge of, oh, I'm not going to shower for 2 days, or I'm not going to brush my teeth for 3 days. I mean, I'm not being funny now, but who the fuck, YouTube creator-wise, is actually going to make challenges like that and people are going to find it entertaining? But here's the thing, right? His fucking crew do find it entertaining. They do find it entertaining, which is fucked up. I don't get it. Why would you find it amusing that somebody's opting not to shower, brush their teeth, or fucking clean their beard? That's disgusting.
Women with low self-esteem
Exactly, John.
Because women
Exactly.
with low self-esteem, they think,
Because let me
well,
tell you now, I'm a woman with high standards and high expectations.
to
Like
me, I think that's
I
below
wouldn't go.
class to me.
I wouldn't touch him with a fucking barge pole
I
if I
know.
knew he wasn't
Yeah.
showering or keeping himself clean or brushing his teeth or anything else. Here you go. High heels makes a good point. Oh, High Heels is asking John, how tall is he when you saw him in person? John said yesterday, 5'5", High Heels. My fucking God. I'm 5'11" and I'm a woman. And I know that's tall for a woman. That is really tall, 5'11". But John said, didn't you say yesterday that he's 5'5"? Because when you saw him in real
I'm
person.
5'7" and had to look down. His eyes came up to my chin, so I don't know.
Oh my God. Jesus.
So I'm estimating 5'5".
Yeah. And High Heels is also saying he's desperate for attention. He'll say or do anything for views. And I agree with that. And I also think he's buying views, actually. There's no way. When you see the amount of people in his side chat, the math doesn't math. Okay? The
Oh
math
boy,
thinks
you didn't know
nothing.
this one.
Yeah.
Emmy, about a month ago, did a 4-hour stream on me saying, I don't like it that his face is so smooth and my face is rougher than his. And they were worried about my vehicle and they were analyzing every little thing about me. I recorded a lot of it. It was like kind of creepy and stalkerish that these people were like, how's his face so smooth? It's not normal about me. And like, oh, I have more hairs than he has and all that. It's called grooming. You know what I mean?
Right, hold
It's
on
called
now. So
grooming. I got the clip.
were they being complimentative to you, John?
No, Emma was like attacking me, like, you know, oh, his face is more clean and than my face, and you know, I have more
hang
hairs
on.
than
Are
him.
you? Oh my God! Hang on now. You're being critiquing by fucking international supermodel 5'2" fucking Emmy. Oh my God! That must have been devastating. Fucking hell, Emmy. Have a look. Check yourself out, love. Check yourself out. Yeah, Kamala's just said now he's got 21k subs, but only has 30 people watching his lives. It makes no sense. Oh my God, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Because how much would 20 buying 21k subs be, Kamala? Do you have any idea? I mean, there's plenty of channels where you can buy these subs for YouTube or Twitter or anywhere else. Kamala, do you happen to know how much 21k subs would cost? Or let's round it to 20k, because I believe he's only got about 1,000 subs, right? So, Kamala, do you have any idea how many 20,000 subs would cost? I'm guessing only around 20 quid, $20 or something like that. Yeah, they can be bought 100%, Kamala. Yeah. A lot of people buy them for Twitter. They buy them from Instagram. But they're incredibly cheap to buy, I believe. You know, there was a big hoo-ha on Twitter the other day, which is now X, you know. People were accusing other people of buying subs because it was ridiculous to think these people weren't celebrities. They're just normal, average Joes like you and I. And they had like 13,000, 14,000 subs. It made no sense, you know. So they were having a big hoo-ha about it. Who's bought them, who doesn't? I've got 1,000. I've been on X for 9 weeks, and I've got I've posted 2,200 posts, and I've got let me think now. 1,750 followers, which is kind
these
of
people are so desperate they're willing to spend. Noodles has 25,000 subs that he bought, and PDX admitted to buying subs.
How many subs are you on now, John? I didn't look the last time I was on. How many have you got now?
Almost 16. I think it's like 1,400, but I had more on my other thing, you know what I mean? But
yeah, I know.
But I don't go around promoting too much, you know. I really don't care right now about it.
Right. So best tennis player, he can buy 1,000 subs from the Philippines. $20 for 1,000.
That's right.
Wow.
And it's
So
legal
$20,
here.
and if
I heard it's perfectly legal to do it.
If he's got 20,000 of them, then that would be 400, right?
But I wouldn't feel good about myself doing that. You know what I mean? I'd feel like inside that I'm a cheater or something. I don't like that feeling, man.
Well, no, the thing is that you know that yours are genuine, you know?
Right.
Yours are, and it kind of, the amount of subs that you've got kind of totally balances out with how many people you have in your chat. You know, it's a very true reflection,
Right.
sub-wise to side.
It's called integrity. I have integrity. I don't do stuff like that.
Yeah, and you had to start
try
all
to
over
please
again.
everybody and be something I'm not. I'm myself.
And John, you had to restart all over again, didn't you? Because your channel was taken down.
Right.
You know, so come on now.
Somebody deleted my channel. Well. I had like almost 3,000. So
yeah, exactly.
I have half of what I had before, but.
So at least, you know, you've got your true self on here, okay? Be proud of that. You're your true self. You don't give a fuck if there's only 14,000 subs. You know that everybody that's coming into your side chat are genuine people, right? You can almost tell when these people have got bot subs because they come into the channel.
You know what I mean?
They don't know anything about the channel, do they? It's obvious when they're bot subs.
I'm a genuine person. I don't like to cheat. I don't like to do that. You know what I mean?
No.
What's the word? Integrity? I have integrity. These people like PDX and Noodles don't.
Yeah.
And that's the difference.
Oh my God! It's long.
They will cheat in a card game just to say, "Hey, I won," when they know deep down they're fragile people. Fragile.
Right. So
like Bergs is the same way.
Right. So why is Lolly, best tennis player says Lolly's coming in strong with a ban stick? She's banning people.
Hold on.
I'm only asking because I can't even see Lolly in the chat.
She's not in the chat.
Well, who's best tennis player talking to then? Yes, best tennis player. Bergs apparently now has PDX as his channel manager. Can you believe it? So, yeah. He confirmed this on the panel yesterday. I asked him, is it beneficial for him to have PDX on his channel? And he said, absolutely, because she gives him money. Well, he said more than that. It was something about buying wrenches or something like that. I didn't understand it because he was pretty drunk on panel. I didn't get it. But yeah, absolutely. What did Berg say yesterday? That PDX was
over here.
So why best tennis player say Lolly, those guys were offering you really good info. So best tennis is absolutely talking to fucking Lolly. I just don't fucking see Lolly.
Well, she's coming in now because
I'm here.
I think. I don't know. But anyway,
I don't care.
Yeah. Bergs is just I just can't. I don't like this backstabbing. You know what I mean? He gets manipulated by women. In Bergs' mind, if he'll bend over and jump through hoops, he's going to get laid by a woman. You know what I mean? He's a cuck.
Yeah.
He's trying to be a cuck to get laid. He actually, in his warped mind, he thinks him and PDX are going to get together and have sex.
Yeah.
Because she leads him on. You know what I mean? She gives him money and Bergs, and they talk behind the scenes now, and Bergs actually thinks that she wants him, you know?
she's
every
you.
woman want him, and he's not that. He looks like a giant tick.
Well, if you think about it, Emmy's got the same MO as she. It's almost like she's not creative enough to come up with her own kind of fucking techniques and everything, right? So she's using Noodles one, it's
Right.
almost like
Sex
a
is a
mirror.
weapon.
It's like a mirror reflection. She goes into new communities and she tries to schmooze them to accept
Right.
her, and tries to win them over and everything else. Well, isn't that exactly how Noodles moves around these streets, So
Right.
she hasn't even come up with anything original,
And it comes from her doing sexual stuff when she was younger, I think, to get her way.
I
So
don't.
now she still thinks she
can't
can use
see.
sex and flirting to get her way. Because
Yeah,
I'm sure she spread her legs for many of a guy in that bar she worked at. She claimed she was a bartender and used to do smoothing things for tips, but I don't know.
Right, High Heels, who's been very, very nice inside chat, John, is asking you, can I please? So this goes to show Lolly is here. He's saying, John, can I please have a wrench because everybody's getting blocked in here right now.
Ew, I don't see anybody getting blocked.
High Heels says that. Well, I know it's only YouTube was here, but maybe he just.
What do you think? When I get a chance.
I think High Heels is okay with a wrench.
Yeah, when I'm done driving here,
Yeah. Because he's been really nice in side chat. He's keeping right. So here we go. He's just confirmed that Kamala has been blocked by somebody, and Kamala said nothing wrong whatsoever in here, nothing at all. She wished you a happy 4th of July, and that's it. And Brit is blocked, High Heels. I've got to be honest. Let's keep her blocked. Just saying. She called John a traitor for having a Brit, ironically, excuse the pun, a British person, though, up on panel. Yeah, she called you a traitor to America. Like, who the fuck is she? Is she fucking Bin Laden or something?
America? What did America ever do for me?
Yeah, so let's keep fucking Brit blocked. I'm quite happy with her not being, but Kamala did nothing wrong. I don't know what's going on, John, because it's hard to see. It's hard to see. I know there aren't as many people in chat right now that were talking 10 minutes ago, so somebody is blocking people.
Well,
best tennis player is more or less the only one, apart from High Heels, talking right now, and Lolly is 100% in there, but I just can't see her. So has she chat blocked me so I can't see her? I don't know. Oh, here you go. High Heels just got blocked.
There's Lolly in there now.
Yeah. John, I said. You mean said. What the fuck, Lolly? Makes sense. Speak English. So High Heels now then just got blocked for telling you that people are getting blocked. So it is Lolly.
Well, maybe Lolly can figure out what's going on.
No, Lolly's the one blocking them, John.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she's your woman. This is your channel, right? It's not my say who gets blocked, who doesn't get blocked, who gets a fucking wrench. I have no say in any of that. It is what it is.
When I stop in about 10 minutes, I'll try to figure it out.
Yeah, that's okay. So Emmy accused you of grooming Jeff H. What else did she accuse you of, John? Anything else that I should know about that I can debunk or challenge? You said you only
find out who's blocking these when I pull over.
Yeah.
She said, I haven't blocked anybody. I just got here.
Well, Lolly, that's not true because Best Tennis Player was talking to you about 10 minutes ago. But it is what it is, Lolly. If you're not happy with anybody in the side chat, then obviously it's your prerogative to block whoever you want. But Now Melton Sean is telling you everybody's getting blocked, John.
I'll try to take care of it in like 5 minutes when I get.
Yeah, just
I'm like
bear
5
with.
minutes away from my destination, and then
just bear with Melton Sean, okay? Because John is driving at the moment, and you know I can't look at anything. So just bear with, and he will look at this.
I wonder who the motherfucker is doing it, you know?
Yeah.
See, that's
so
the
what
problem,
was all
wrenches
that
out,
shit?
man. I mean, you know.
All that shit yesterday about Harley as well, you know, getting death threats and everything. Wasn't that weird? Right.
Maybe
so
I should take more wrenches away, right? Just only have a few. What do you think?
Oh, here we go. Right, we've got confirmation, John. We've got confirmation. Obviously, he's a biggest cheerleader. Best tennis players just said Lolly's coming in and she's cleaning house, as in getting rid.
She says she didn't do it.
Yeah. So do you believe best tennis player then? Because that's what he's saying. I mean, again, best tennis player. If that's what Lolly wants to do, Lolly gets to do it, right? Oh, so Lolly's saying I wasn't here. A rogue mod changed their names. I don't understand that. Lolly is the queen, best tennis player. I'm not questioning that. I just said that. It's up to Lolly what she does. You know, she's John's lady. Oh, so you go. I say nice things to her, and then she goes, wrong, bitch. I can't win, John, with Lolly. I can't fucking win.
I'll figure this out in just a minute.
Can I ask you something then, John? Why isn't Lolly up on panel?
Well, she will be in the future.
Right, okay.
But I don't want to get involved. When I say involved, I don't want to...
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's private. That's private business. That's
Lolly's
fine.
Personal business.
Yes, of course.
I want to respect.
Yeah. Okay. Best tennis player.
If I promise somebody, I won't, say things.
I know. I understand.
If somebody tells me not to say something, and I'm loyal. If they're good people.
I know. I understand that, John. I do know. I understand.
do that on people I don't like and people that are these assholes.
Yeah, I get it.
Here, let me check. But you can ask her.
No, she
check
says
about the block list. Hold on.
So best tennis player is telling me avoid to apologize to Lolly. Lolly, I'm sorry if I just accused you of blocking everybody, but in my defense, best tennis player just did say that Lolly's cleaning house, which is code for taking out people in the side chat. So I'm sorry. Am I supposed to? I will say sorry if I've accused you of anything that you're not guilty of. The best tennis player didn't do you any favors by saying Lolly's here to clean house. So I am sorry. But best tennis player, that wasn't the best thing to say because that led everybody to believe that it was Lolly doing it. So I'm sorry, Lolly, if you weren't the one. If there's a rogue shit going on in there, I don't understand it. I'm just up here on panel. I can't see what's going on behind the scenes. I don't know. Melton Sean demanding a wrench is not really the right time to be doing that. I don't think. Not right now. Let John look into things because he's pulled over now and he's looking into everything that's going on. Rogue is that there is no proof it's a rogue. Yeah, Lolly, I've got to admit that I've never really understood this rogue mod thing. I don't get it. Is it when somebody comes in on an alt account? I'm really not into this techie stuff. I don't know. All I know is that on the channels that I go into, I was in JJJ's thing the other day, and there was something about a rogue mod. And isn't it normal protocol, if that's the case, to take everybody's wrenches away and then remod people? Again, Lolly, like you're the expert on all this shit. I'll give you your dues for that. I don't understand it. But that's what I see. I see whenever somebody accuses somebody of having a rogue mod. So basically what happens is Mr. Will has a wrench, changed his name to Lolly. Oh my God. And then banned people. So it looked like it was Lolly,
You
but
know,
it
Berg's had a
actually
wrench too. Berg's could be doing this shit.
So yeah, because best tennis players now say that Mr. Will has a wrench, changed his name to Lolly, and then started banning people, to make it look like it was Lolly doing it, right? And Mr. Will literally just admitted to it, says Miss Best Tennis Player. Well, I haven't seen I haven't seen Mr. Will, but then I wouldn't.
Hey, I'm gonna have to. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Is that okay? 10 minutes.
Jesus Christ, John! Like seriously, my grandbaby's about to be born. She still hasn't been born yet in Canada, but it's okay. Yeah, I can hold it. I can hold it.
All right.
You do what you need to do. I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Okay, Lolly. Again, I really, really am sorry now because, of course, if I was seeing best tennis player talking to a lolly, but I couldn't see that lolly, it obviously wasn't you because I can see you perfectly fine now. So I'm so sorry I got all of that mixed up. I didn't understand what the hell was going on. And of course, I know you know that these things inside out, upside down, backwards and forwards. I know you know all of your shit, Lolly. So I'm sorry. I am. Because I do have a lot of respect for you, how you know the workings and the gibbings of YouTube fucking way more than I do. I'm intimidated in my YouTube studio. Seriously, that's probably why I haven't got live yet. What's my official statement to PDX? You're welcome, Lolly, and I'm so sorry. It was just so confusing, to see best tennis player talking to Lolly, but it wasn't you. I kept telling John I can't see Lolly. So I genuinely am sorry for that. You didn't deserve it. I was confused. I'm sorry. BTP. Oh my God, best tennis player's lost his wrench. Oh my God, what's going on? My official statement to PDX was that basically me and John don't give a flying fuck about their 6-hour clapback stream. We don't give a shit. It was a total waste of 6 hours of their time because we didn't really talk about anything that wasn't true. And they can just shove it up their ass. I've got them blocked anyway. I haven't watched the clapback where they've ranted and raved about me and John for 6 hours, called John some terrible things like a groomer to Jeff H, which is a ridiculous statement when Jeff H is now a fucking adult. It was Noodles who groomed him when he was a fucking kid. So it's the most ridiculous accusation to make. Which just goes to prove don't take PDX anything they've got to say seriously. And I've told them, bring it on, PDX. I can become your worst fucking nightmare on here if I have to. I'll just go live and make it all about PDX if I need to, because I didn't even scratch the surface on them yesterday. So I've issued a statement already. Shut the fuck up about me and John now, or I'll go live. And then all of the skeletons in the closet will come out. They've got no dirt on me. Nobody on YouTube has got any fucking dirt on me. None whatsoever. So I've got nothing to fucking fear, nothing to worry about. And even if I did, I wouldn't give a fuck. They deserve what they're getting right now because they've wronged somebody that I really care about. And they hurt them terribly and betrayed them. So they got what they fucking deserved. And they shut up about it right now after a 6-hour stream of slating me, which I haven't watched and John hasn't watched. So what a waste of time. Waste of time to have all that fucking spewing hatred about me and John for 6 hours, and not one of us have even watched it or have any intentions of watching it. None whatsoever. That's how irrelevant you are to us. So basically, I mean each of us as individuals. So what a waste of fucking time. But do another stream on me, okay? One more fucking stream on me, PDX. I'll press my live button and watch the fuck out to see what happens then. Okay? So there you go. because I've got way more to say if I need to. But I'll put a lid on it as long as you keep your fucking gob shut. Because 6 hours of slating me is 6 hours wasted time, but 6 hours that really hasn't made me very happy. So you want me to do 6 hours on you? God fucking help you is what I can say. God help you. Because I can keep going for 6 hours about you. Trust and believe. So stop making ridiculous accusations against John and stop fucking slating me for just merely fucking getting you back. Giving you a good slap for wronging somebody that I cared about. Betraying them big time. Okay? So, you know what you did. You know what I'm talking about. I don't need to fucking air the laundry, dirty laundry here on. You know exactly who I'm talking about and what I'm talking about. That was your fucking punishment for that. Okay? So, no more of it. I'm telling you now. Because you have no fucking idea, PDX. No idea. You praised me for being a truth teller, and now what? You can't handle the fucking truth? Is that what this is about? Well, buckle up, lady. Buckle up. Okay? One more fucking live stream about me or John, and I will press that live button, and there's going to be things you're not going to be wanting to hear. Trust and believe. So I've issued that warning once before Best Tennis Player came on here. I've just issued it again. Think very carefully and choose wisely which way you go from here. Because I'll shut the fuck up about you. But if I hear one, because me and John both got messages telling us about your 6 hour fucking rant about us. So let's see. Let's see. Do another one. And you'll feel my fucking wrath big time. Because all we did yesterday, me and John, was have a little chit-chat about you. That was it. You want it to be worse? Do another live about me or do another live about John and see what fucking happens. Because oh my God, I've passed harder fucking turds through my ass than you are, Emmy. Okay, so just don't do it is the only advice I can give. You may have Team Noodles and Team Bianca and Team fucking God knows who behind you know, or you think you do. But I've already proved to them that they mean jack shit to me. I'm not scared of anybody on YouTube. Absolutely fucking nobody. Okay? So I'm kind of the worst person you could be at war with because I really don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. You can pull out all of do your worst and it won't even affect me in any shape or form. Trust me. Just like your 6 hour rant hasn't. It really hasn't. And me and John haven't even seen it. Okay? So what a waste of 6 hours on the 4th of July. So there you go. Best tennis player, was that good enough? Are you back? If Lolly is the only wrench there, that's good. Okay, so there you go. None of us got a wrench. Best tennis player, I actually agree with you. Nobody's more protective of John and this channel. Yeah, and mine, yeah. That's fine. I never asked for one, John. You gave me one because you thought I needed protection, but when I'm up on panel, I don't. So I don't need a wrench in here. It's fine. But I agree with you, best tennis player. I actually think that Lolly is the best mod. How can she not be the best mod when she's in love with John, right? She's John's queen. And nobody could be more protective of this channel and John than Lolly. So of course she's the best mod. She's always been the best mod. I mean, he's only giving me a mod when I'm coming over here because obviously, people doubt me in the side chat and I understand that, okay? but I don't. I honestly, if you none of you think I deserve a wrench, I'm absolutely fine without a wrench. I'm really. John's just asking me to come up on panel to shoot the breeze with him, and that's what I'm doing. Okay, I know my place in here. Please know that. I know who the most loyal and dedicated people are in here. You know, best tennis player, Harley. Obviously, Lolly first. Jeff H, best tennis player, Harley. You know, Duckling. I know who the great mods are in here, okay? I know I don't deserve one. But I didn't ask for one, is the point. John just gave it to me because he knows that you've all got, you know, a lot of issues with me, which is understandable, okay? I don't need one. I don't want one. All I'm doing right now is just joining John on panel and helping him, you know, defend himself against PDX, etc. Especially after their recent attack, more on him than me, really. But hi, John.
Okay, who hid me on my other account already? There's only 2 people with wrenches, Lolly and you.
Lolly and who?
And you.
Well, fuck, I don't know how to do anything. I don't know how to do anything.
I know. Somebody's playing games over here, and it's somebody that's hiding their channels, Jeff.
Is it Jeff?
He's the only one that knows how to do that shit.
I know. He's the whiz in here, right?
And suddenly he appears there if I took wrenches. Jeff
H, what are you up to? Come on, fess up.
You motherfucker. You hit my other fucking
You
channel.
motherfucker. Fess up.
He timed me out on my own channel.
Jeff
As I was typing, I can't type.
Oh my God. Jeff H, stop it.
Oh, just and PDX was running. Lolly is probably unaware you changed your name to PDX.
Oh my God, yeah, you come in as PDX, John.
Well, that's my other account. She don't own that name.
Yeah, I'm more than aware of who Jeff H is. Melton Sean. We all know who Jeff H is, okay?
Anyway, PDX did a 4 or 5 hour stream, and you were all in it too, Jeff.
Yeah.
You were all involved in a whole thing. She was talking, running you down, just like me and a boy.
Yeah.
You know?
But Jeff H is he kind of swings both ways, you know. I've seen him in PDX chat. He can be as charming can be. You know, he again.
I don't have a problem with him at all.
No, not at all, because he's never over there dissing you, John, or this channel, or anything to do with this channel. He it's not like he's playing sides, right? But I think what he's trying to do is keep his hand in there, if that makes sense. No, you know, he gets a lot of information.
He has the same interests as everybody else, you know.
Exactly. I mean, I have told him while he's in there, you know, what are you doing? You know, you're trying too hard, you know, to please everybody, Jeff H. You know, I would say you're being like the French right now, you know, fence sitters, right? They don't choose a side; they just sit on the fucking fence. But he's never ever gone over there and dissed you or anything like that, you know. I think he just likes to be comfortable in there. And then he can gather up everything that he needs to do.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? He's not in there for sinister reasons, is what I'm saying.
Right. Lolly, that's my backup channel. That's the nickname I used. Nobody owns that. I could use it just like anybody else can.
Yeah, but did you tell Lolly, though? I mean, it's important to tell her, John, for fuck's sake. Did she know that you got another username, PDX?
Well, because if she sees right?
PDX if she sees fucking PDX in the chat, she's going to fucking go for them like at rapid speed. So maybe giving her a heads up would have helped.
That was quick, man. It was like fucking 2 seconds. Boom.
I know. My God. She is.
Who blocked Melton Sean? There's only 2 people with wrenches now. Lolly and Avoid. That's it for now. And so Why are you asking me?
And I don't know how to block anybody. Or I certainly don't when I'm up on panel.
Is that Sean the Brit? Melton Sean is Sean the Brit, Lolly. Is it?
Oh my God, is he? And Lolly likes Sean the Brit. And Sean the Brit is cool with Lolly.
No, I don't know. Is it Sean the Brit or
See,
what?
again, Lolly didn't know. So unless these people make it known to Lolly who their real identity is, she's just going to block them. So it's very unwise not to give Lolly a heads up first, right? Because if she senses any kind of fucking danger in you, she's as fast as fuck on that button. Fake Lolly banned him. I get it. Okay. So fake, right. This is so fucking, it's giving me an absolute head fuck now. Who's who? Who's on a fucking different account? Who's the real Lolly? Who's the fake Lolly? Like, seriously, John, do you have to put up with this every fucking day or not? What? Here we go. My best tennis player just got blocked by Mr. Will. Oh my God, I can't fucking take it.
Mr. Will.
But if they don't say anything, why block them? Well, Mr. Bologna has a first name. Like, seriously, what's that fucking username all about?
Well, no. Best tennis player has a wrench. How could he get blocked?
Well, tennis player is... Now it's tennis player, not best tennis player. So Jeff H is saying, I get blamed when it's Mr. Will doing it. Lol. Fuck off with that shit, Jeff H, okay? Because Mr. Will doesn't... I don't think Mr. Will does any fuckery in here. Do you think that, John? Mr. Will is so supportive and so nice in here. I refuse to believe that Mr. Will is up to fuckery. I refuse to believe it. Sorry. He's the sweetest soul in here.
5 things you... The sweetest soul.
So now tennis player saying, you took away my wrench for best tennis player. Like, seriously? I give up on this, okay? I'm zoning out. I literally don't...
I said I had to take wrenches for now. Only 2 people.
But everybody's coming in on fucking alt accounts now, John. It's even more confusing. Mr. Will literally admitted it. I find that... Mr. Will, show yourself.
Only Lolly could have took out... You or Lolly could have took out best tennis player.
John, I'm sitting on my sofa and I'm literally talking into the screen.
No, I know. I'm just saying. No, not you. Only Lolly had the ability to take best tennis player. Right?
So Mr. Bologna has a first name, is now saying, worst channel.
My Bologna has a first name. It's worst channel one.
I'm still blocked on my main Jeff H account, says Jeff H. Are you trying to make me lose my ever-loving fucking mind here, Jeff?
But Lolly, you're the only one with a super wrench that could take...
Yeah, because Mr. Bologna had just said that. He said, here we go, Lolly took BTP wrench as an administrative mod. So I take it that Lolly has got the super mod power, right? Is that what it is?
Yes.
She's saying it's not her. I don't get it. I don't know what the fuck is going on. This is meant to be our back slap to PDX today, and there's all fucking hell breaking loose in the side chat. It's quite funny though. I do think it's funny because I don't even know how do you make an alt account? Because I did it once. I did the one avoid loves.
Nobody's blocked in the back now. There's no hidden users. I mean, there's no hidden users.
No.
So I don't know how anybody's blocked.
The thing I'm really more bothered, if I'm really, really honest, right, what I'm really bothered about here is that Sean the Brit is a great, I think.
Sorry. Yeah.
I'm a bit pissed off that Sean the Brit might be out of feeling a bit...
I'm not sure. Was that really Sean the Brit? We don't even know that. For real.
Yeah, Mr. Bologna has a first name, and then they're all getting timed out. I honestly, I don't know what the fuck is going on inside chat. I really don't. John's the one who can see what's going on in the background. I can't see fuck all. I don't know what's going on. But unless you all just literally can.
Let me try to figure this thing out with Get the fuck out of here. Let me see.
Right, so
I don't know what's going on,
the
man.
real Lolly, your Lolly, right, is saying, remember that fake Lolly has a wrench.
The fake lolly has a wrench.
So, can you see two lollies with a wrench there, John? Has a wrench.
The fake lolly has a wrench.
So, can you see two lollies with a wrench there, John?
I don't see anybody timed out.
Right, so now they're saying there is no fake lolly anymore. John, this is an absolute hot mess.
John,
why is nobody
it says message deleted. It didn't say anybody was timed out. Best tennis player was timed out by Lolly Camiller for 86 seconds. How long is that?
Oh my God, that's an hour and a
Sean
half.
was timed out for 86 seconds. Orange was hidden by Lolly. And then Jeff says, I get blamed for it.
Jeff H is saying 24 hours.
24 hours?
Yeah.
Oh
it's
my
80,
God.
It's 86,000 seconds, John. Not 86 not the 86 seconds.
24 fucking hours. Jesus God.
Yeah, because Lolly used to put me in timeout for 4 hours at a time.
Fake Lolly. There's only one Lolly.
This is fucking hilarious to watch.
Oh, there goes a neighborhood.
It's like the fucking Faulty Towers on YouTube in here right now. Nobody
fat
knows
kids,
what the fuck
skinny
is going
kids,
on.
kids that eat a lot. Armor hot dogs.
So listen, John, while all the literally the side chat is falling apart at the fucking seams, right? Do you know somebody spoke to you yesterday on the because obviously I waited 2 hours for you to come back, but you didn't come back for 4 hours, right? So I missed you, but I did watch that whole thing.
Yes.
Do you know how somebody in there told you that what's going to happen is after Joe Biden has been so piss poor, in the actual debates with Trump? Do you know somebody told you that what they think is going to happen is at the last minute that they're going to say that Biden is in a really bad way and another Democrat is going to step into his place, right?
Yeah.
And then that person is going to win. Well, what somebody told you was it's going to be Kamala Harris. And of course, you reacted the exact right way, as I would as well, by saying there's no fucking way there's no way she will ever win an election against Trump, because let's face it, she's absolutely fucking demented. Now, be ready for this though, John, right? Because the New World Global Order, like Klaus Schwab, UN, WHO, all these other people, they're only getting away with their fuckery right now with a Democrat in charge, right? They would never get away with it on Trump's watch. Now, after all their failed attempts with the witch hunt and everything else to get him, and especially as recently, even though he's found guilty, they gave him immunity from that court thing. I'm telling you now, be ready, okay? Because they are going, what they were telling you wasn't a lie. They are going to they know Joe Biden is not going to win. They're going to bring in a Democrat at the very last minute. And they're going to make out that the people actually want to keep a Democrat in power. And there's a big chance here, and there'll be ructions in the US. I mean, I hope to God I'm wrong here, or I hope to God it's not going to work. But you've got to remember who's pulling the strings in the world, right? It's not the world leaders anymore. It's a separate entity. The world leaders are just puppet masters, right? Are just puppets to the puppet masters who are pulling the strings right now. It's completely possible that they are going to drop Joe Biden and bring in a new Democrat at the very last fucking minute. And they're going to make out that the people of America absolutely don't want Trump and they want a Democrat again instead. And they're going to rig another election.
Right.
Like last minute, wow, everybody just wanted a new Democrat, end of, and whoever they bring in, all the votes are going to be swayed that way, and another Democrat will become president. Because you don't know, in the background, it's Obama, Bush, and the Clintons who are basically running the American president, right? They are the baddies here. That they're sabotaging America like nothing you've ever fucking seen before. And in Trump's most recent, which I'm going to post on my community tab, actually, the most recent ad that he's done in the last couple of days, it's fucking terrifying. It's chilling, John, because there's one of Trump flying off in the Trump aeroplane, and him doing a speech saying, either I win this election to save our country, or we will have no country. And I absolutely believe that. I really do believe that the Democrats are handing you over to China on a fucking silver plate. So Trump has to win, right? He's basically saying, if I don't win this, then there will be no America. You know, I care more about your country than I do my own. Don't ask me why. I just do. I think who the American president has a ripple effect on the entire world, as we've seen with our own eyes, right? On Biden's watch, the entire world is fucking chaos. Shitstorms everywhere, wars everywhere. You know, something that never happens under Trump's watch. But John, be ready is what I'm saying. I'm already preparing myself. I will cry a fucking river if this happens. But there's a massive chance that they've still got one card up their sleeve. The fucking dodgy, dark-souled fucking Dems. And I do think they're going to drop Joe and bring in anybody, just fucking anybody, and then pretend that everybody's voting for them because they want to keep a Democratic president. Be ready for it is all I'm saying, because this will be their last fucking ditch attempt. They've tried everything else. Trump is right. Stanky girl. Trump is going to get crushed. No, he's not going to get crushed. If he's out, it'll be under some kind of fucking sabotaged election yet again. If you don't realize that Trump is your fucking savior, because let's face it, you're not fucking grateful for anything that he's ever done for you. And he made you the best fucking America you could possibly have. And if you're cheerleading for if I could use my fucking ranch right now, stanky girl, you'd be fucking out of here, okay? How fucking dare you? Another Dem will beat Trump. It'll be another fucking sabotaged, rigged election.
Yeah, there's a lot of people around here like PDX that hate Trump, you know?
Yeah.
They're evil people. There are people like her all over. And then you got people like Noodles that can't vote and they won't vote, so they're irrelevant. It's like a vote against Trump. They just don't want to vote. Oh, well, I'm not going to vote. I'm too lazy.
But do you know what, stanky girl, if you're saying here, right? Any other Dem will beat Trump. Trump runs on fear-mongering. Trump is going to get crushed. Let me tell you now, stanky girl, okay? If Trump is wronged again in this election and he insanely doesn't win, right? Let me tell you now, I think America you're going to need a civil war in America, because we absolutely need one here in the UK. I'm a tyrant. I'm not a fucking tyrant. Trump is, and guess what? You need a fucking tyrant for a president. Okay? You need one. Because right now you've got a president that nobody fucking fears. Nobody is scared of Biden in the world. That's why all this fuckery is going on. Because he's weak and he's not feared. They fear Trump. And every American president, you're the number one superpower country in the fucking world. Every country is supposed to be shit scared of you. But nobody is on Joe's fucking watch. No one. He's pathetic. And I'm starting to actually feel sorry for him, John, because it's embarrassing. The fact that Jill Biden walked up to him after that fucking second, the most recent presidential debate, and literally gave him a hug and said, you said everything right, Joe. Don't worry now, you said everything right. You were a good boy. Good boy. What the fuck? You're not talking to a fucking toddler and giving him a gold star for getting all his words right. He's a fucking American president. And they've caught it on camera, John, of Jill Biden actually comforting him, saying, don't you worry now, you did a good job. You got all your sentences right. You got all your words right. You were a good boy. You did a good job. What the actual fuck? What are we going to be seeing next? Fucking Joe Biden with a fucking pacifier in his mouth. Or, being fed a fucking baby bottle while he's in the middle of the debate. Fuck off with that shit. I mean, you could see in Trump's face, like, he was, oh my God, frustrated as fuck that it's insulting for him to have to debate somebody as incompetent as fucking Joe Biden,
It's unbelievable, isn't it?
It is. It's surreal to me. Surreal. And now I'm actually starting to feel sorry for Joe Biden because he's been fucking used, He knows damn well how fucking incompetent he is. He can't string a sentence together. For the love of God, put him in a medical ward somewhere. Let be surrounded by his family and let him die, live out the rest of his life in a fucking mental ward or in a hospital bed. Just take him out of all of this shit. I've got secondhand embarrassment for him, but somebody's actually putting him through this when he's absolutely not capable of doing it. My son would have done a better job of debating Donald Trump when he was fucking 16 than Joe Biden can at the age of 90. Come on now. Seriously, my son is up to speed with American politics even more than I am. He would have absolutely debated the fuck out of Trump. He doesn't like Trump.
Because
he's a pacifist
disguised as humans.
But it's getting embarrassing, John. It's not fair. I mean, I hate him for being such a fucking traitor to you all. I do. But he's not pulling the strings. Behind him is Obama, Bush, all the usual fucking suspects. Shady as fuck, usual suspects. Biden couldn't make a fucking decision if his life depended on it. So he's not calling the shots. They are.
He's a weird guy, man. He's always been a weird guy.
I know. The way he sniffs.
He's always been a strange guy, man.
I mean, does Noodle support Biden? Because that would make complete sense, because Biden is so inappropriate with little children as well. Have you seen it? You watch Trump with his grandkids, right? Who ran over to him after the presidential debate. Oh my God, they absolutely idolize him as a granddad, And that's when you see Trump as a real person rather than a president or a businessman. And all these beautiful little grandchildren are running over to him with congratulations, handmade little cards, well done, granddad, and all of this. And he's hugging them all, and smiling from ear to ear. You know what I mean? In the meantime, Biden is fucking sniffing strangers' children's fucking hair.
Yeah,
It's like, what the fuck? And the amount of kids as well, it's dodgy as fuck. Somebody actually filmed a private jet of Biden's flying in about 2,000 immigrant kids from the border, right? There was about 1,800 minor children, and they all went missing, John. The journalists, secretly got wind of the flight arriving. They filmed the children coming off the plane, and now all 1,800 of these children are now officially missing. And the Secret Service actually overlooked the entire thing. Their excuse? Oh, well, these children were meant to be taken up by sponsors, right? Sponsors meaning like foster parents, right? But then something went wrong in the chain of the process, and now we can't account for where these children are. 1,800 fucking little kids, and even your national security, they don't know where the fuck these children are. Well, they're obviously fucking delivering them. They're trafficking them, right? They're delivering them into the hands of fucking demons and, fucking sexual deviants. Like Hollywood fucking pedophiles and stuff. They're being literally delivered on demand.
Right. And Noodles is all for this kind of stuff.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, anybody who's supporting Democrats now are supporting deviancy. It's a demonic. It's almost demonic. And the Democrats need to fucking go. End of. I mean, what the fuck is this with having drag queens at the classrooms of little 5-year-olds? Little 5-year-olds having to celebrate Pride Month in their classrooms. When my kids were 5, they didn't need to know what a transsexual was. They didn't need to know what a drag queen was. They would have come home from school completely traumatized, asking me why a man built like a brick shithouse was in their classroom wearing makeup, a woman's wig, fishnet stockings, and fucking heels. They would have been traumatized at 5. It's a deviant fucking democratic fucking world where things like pedophilia. I mean, what about the abortion? The abortion rule in certain states passed by the Democrats, where they can terminate a baby's life within a minute of it being born. Are you fucking kidding me?
I know.
That's a healthy fucking baby. And there's people everywhere who can't have the blessing of having children. Then for the love of God, you give those people that baby, right? After they've been vetted very heavily.
They'd rather kill it.
Yeah, and I bet you they tell the mums, who don't want the baby after a full pregnancy, I bet you they tell them that they've terminated that baby, but I don't believe they've terminated it at all. I don't believe them for 1 second. They've handed it out to fucking sexual deviants.
Right.
And I don't want to live in that kind of world, John. Do you? I seriously, it's too soul destroying for me. I can't wrap my head around it.
Well, one day maybe they'll have to answer for it, right?
Absolutely. None of them are immune from their day of reckoning with God.
I mean, look at Seasons. She has no problem with that.
Yeah.
She's for it.
Right. So tough man in the side chat is saying Noodles supports the weirdo Trump. What? I doubt it.
They're all Democrats,
No, he's saying Noodles supports the weirdo Trump, not Biden.
He don't vote. You know why he don't vote secretly? He wants you to think he likes Trump.
Ah, yeah, that makes sense.
For Biden. You know them kind of people that say one thing, but let me see a slip that he voted. He won't have it. He don't vote.
Yeah.
In other words,
at the next stop sign, Turn right.
He's an idiot.
Yeah.
A vote against Trump is like a vote for Biden, you know, if you don't vote for it.
I know.
So he shouldn't have a say in it because he don't vote.
And you know, a part of me, John, right? I look at Trump now, you know, on certain days when I see him, and my God, my heart just bleeds for him, you know. A part of me wishes that he didn't have to run again. You know, the guy, they've put him through fucking hell, haven't they? You know, even when it was bad enough that he had to achieve everything he did as president with a back full of fucking daggers the entire time. They tried to impeach him how many fucking times? But the worst part was when he obviously lost to a sabotaged election and Joe Biden won. They went after him even through this entire time as not being president. It breaks my fucking heart, you know. I wonder, how does that man feel every time he wakes up in the morning? He must be wondering what's coming for me next, you know. And a part of me really wants him to now live his best life ever. You know, a part of me, I'm saying, because I've just gone through the entire shit show with him, you know, emotionally. I feel so fucking sorry for him. Trump looks 120 years old, FDT. Well, actually, better than fucking Biden, who actually looks like he's been dug back up from the fucking grave. Okay, so quit fucking slating Trump. I'm saying Trump looks tired, and that worries me, you know. It worries me. And a part of me wishes that he didn't have to run again, that he can just live out his life now. You're being loved by his children, his grandchildren. He's gone through enough. But unfortunately, I'm going to have to be selfish on this one, because the entire fucking world needs Trump for at least another term, you know, so he can turn things around like only he can. And I'm sorry that I'm being selfish there, Donald Trump. I adore you, but I know you must be so fucking tired and so fucking fed up. But you're strong. You've got one more term. You've got one more term in you. I know you do. And do it for the world, please. We all need you. It's not just America. We all need you. But I wish to God that I could tell you, just bow out now, you know? Just please recover from all the fuckery they've put you through and just live your best life, which of course you can do because you've got extreme wealth and everything else. But I'm sorry, sir, but the world needs you one more time. Just one more time. So please, please win, you know? Oh, fuck off, FDT. I don't give a fuck. Kamala won't be the fucking president, okay? She's as incompetent and as fucking disloyal as fucking Biden is, okay? Trump loves his country. He loves his country and he loves his people. Nobody can fucking argue with that. Nobody can say the same for Kamala Harris or fucking Biden or Bush or Obama or the Clintons. They've all been traitors to your fucking country. No one's going to vote for Kamala Harris. Get the fuck out of here. If they whack her in last minute. Actually, she's turned around and said that she doesn't want to be the president. So fuck you, FDT. And as for Trump loving himself, well, I'm glad he does. I'm glad he does. He should love himself. He's done more for fucking America than any other president before him. I think the last best president you had before him was Ronald Reagan, actually, in my opinion, okay? Everybody between Trump and fucking Ronald Reagan have all been a complete waste of fucking space, in my opinion. I'm not brainwashed at all. I'm a veteran, don't forget, and I know that your Bush should be up on fucking charges of war crimes, okay? As our country leader fucking Blair was. There was no reason for soldiers to go into Afghanistan, and fucking tens of thousands of them were killed, including my son's best friend, aged 19, was killed in Afghanistan on his second day there. Bush and Blair got intel to say that Bin Laden was no longer in fucking Afghanistan. The Saudis told Bush and Blair that fucking bin Laden had been moved to fucking Pakistan. There was not a reason for a soldier to set foot in Afghanistan, but they needed more time to get more oil. So they sent the troops into fucking Afghanistan just to buy some time. Okay? And as for Trump's wife even hates him, I'm sorry, but I don't believe that. Melania is absolutely beautiful. I think she's totally loyal to him, totally dedicated to him. I think she's an elegant, graceful, fucking amazing first lady. Do you agree, John?
Yeah, I'm back in here. I didn't hear the last part.
I'm just saying, don't you think that Melania has been an amazing first lady?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So elegant, so graceful, you know, doing all the right things. And of course, she's had to go through this fucking court case where her husband's accused of sleeping with a porn star. You know, she could have been a very different person, right? She could have gone down the hate path. She could have left him, whatever. Which again makes me think that it's all bullshit. It's all
Right.
bullshit. She will not give up on that man. She will not. She'll be by his side for another full fucking term, whether she's happy with him or whether she's not. She'll do it because it's the right thing to do. Okay?
Absolutely.
And she's always done the right thing. You can't fault Melania for anything. Nothing whatsoever. I can't find any fault in her. So you can all be hating on Trump and all be hating on fucking Melania in the side chat. I don't care. Okay? What you've got to say, it doesn't mean anything. Okay? Let's not even talk about it. We all know who America needs, who the world needs. Okay? Let's leave it at that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Do you know, John, I actually wrote to the Trump's administrative team, you know, for the campaign. And even though I knew this wasn't even possible, I actually, just as a show of our support for Trump, my letter to them, my email to them was, if it's possible, could all British military veterans please vote for Trump to win this election? And
nice.
Of course, that's never going to be allowed, right? Because obviously we're not in the United Kingdom. But I made a point of saying we couldn't be any prouder if we ever had the opportunity to have Trump as our commander-in-chief, just to add a bit of punch to our beliefs, you know? We would 100% love for Trump to have been our commander-in-chief in the military. So is it possible at all that we can show our support for Trump by the British military voting for Trump from the UK? And of course, I did get an email back and they said, well, we'll be sure to let Mr. Trump know. And he will, I'm sure this will make him smile. But of course, you know yourself, you know, from protocol and the rules, etc., it's not allowed. But it's just the fact that you've gone to the effort of writing this email. And I'm sure, you know, he'll be delighted that you've even asked if this is even possible. And that made my day, you know, made my day. Because I knew we couldn't, but I just needed him to know that if we could, we would, you know? Oh, God. Well, Demon G, you know, if you're going to vote Kamala 2024, let's see how you feel if that was to happen in, say, 2026. Because you'll find that you'll be living under fucking Chinese rule. Because their goal right now is for America to live under China rule by 2030. Be warned. Be warned. And only Trump can stop that from happening. Okay? Only Trump. He's not scared of the Chinese. He's not scared of fucking any country. No one intimidates Trump. No one. He'll get the war finished in Israel. He'll get the war finished in the Ukraine. He'll have that all done in his first month of office. Trust and believe. Oh my God. And I would love to ask you as well, G-Man, how exactly do you know that the Melania can't stand Trump? I mean, seriously now, are you sleeping with her? Are you fucking her? Are you having lunch with her? You know, are you having phone calls with her? So how the fuck would you know whether Melania can't stand Trump or not? I don't think anybody really knows that, right? Nobody. So where are you getting that information from? Because I'm still seeing love in her eyes for him and support. So you're fucking seeing something that I'm not seeing. Happy 4th of July, Castle Dulac. Happy 4th of July. Oh my God. What? What? Da. So what do people do on the 4th of July then? Do you have like have a Thanksgiving kind of deal? Do you have like a dinner? Like a Christmas dinner? Do you have parties? What do you do? I don't really know. How do you celebrate the 4th of July? Can anybody enlighten me on that? Is it as big a deal as like Thanksgiving and stuff like that? Anybody? Can you tell me Castle Dulac? Because I know it is a big, important day. I just wondered, how do you celebrate it? Is it as big a deal as, like Christmas, Thanksgiving? Do you all have family dinners? Do you all gather? Do you have parties? I just wondered. I'm guessing parties. A picnic. Oh my God, Lolly. That sounds amazing. Oh my God. So is it like, are you talking like community parties and things like that? People barbecue, go swimming and drink. Oh wow, Jessiesville. That's amazing. Barbecue. I get you. Barbecue picnics. Oh, that's amazing. And look at John. My God. He doesn't even take a day off on the 4th of July. What the fuck? How is your little fur baby, Lolly? How's he doing, Bradley? Is he doing okay? Did he come to visit you in the hospital? Did somebody bring him in to you? My God, he must have missed you like hell while you were in there, right? He's like your baby, a real baby. Cute little Bradley. Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm so glad you've got him. I'm on my own as well. I live on my own. I mean, and I'm thinking about having a little fur baby. Because I hear how protective and things Bradley is with you, even there's a knock on the door, somebody on the porch, I've heard him react. He's like a proper little guard dog, isn't he? And I feel now that we've all got these kind of migrants in the UK, You know, it's all a bit dodgy. We've got really bad criminals coming in, you know, through the borders from dodgy countries, and they've come straight out of prisons and things for raping women. It's not a great place for women anywhere right now, you know. So I'm starting to think that I may need a little bodyguard in the form of a dog as well. I'm not sure which breed yet, though. I'm really gonna have to think about it. I'd love to have a husky, but I know, you know, Bradley, I think compared to a husky is less maintenance, you know. I think would need to be really trained, and it's a bigger dog, you know, and it would molt more, you know, more hair everywhere. I don't know. I don't know if I can handle a husky. I think, you know, Bradley's pretty low maintenance with you, and he's pretty well trained as well, right? He's such a good little dog. So I love the way he reacts to John as well. Like you say, he's a little bit wary at first, right? Because John's not there all the time. He gets all excited when he starts giving him, what did you say, those milk bones? I love these little stories I know about Bradley, you know, you and Bradley, and you, Bradley, and John, and everything else. Everybody needs a Bradley. Everybody, I think. I know he gives you so much comfort and so much love. And I want a Bradley in my life as well. Oh, milk bones terrible. Or maybe they're different bones then, because John wouldn't give Bradley bad bones. So maybe I've just mentioned milk bones by accident. I can't really remember now. Lolly, which bones did you say that John brings for Bradley? Was I wrong saying milk bones? Are they different kind of bones? Why are milk bones terrible, Jessie Wool? Can you tell me? I have no idea what milk bones are. I take it they're made from milk, right? Fucking obviously. Obviously. What the fuck idea? What are milk bones? Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Oh my God. So, Jesus, Lolly, I've just realised. So Jessie is Jessie and Nick, right? See, I don't think. I thought Jessie was just a standalone person. Right, okay. So Jessie, you are Nick and Jess. Thank you, Lolly. Thank you. And I don't appreciate Jessie World. That John just enlightened me yesterday on how you give a little side snipe against me every chance you get. Why? I have no idea. But guess what? I have no fucking idea who you are. No idea whatsoever who you are. Nick and Jess. I've only heard you being called Nick and Jess. I have no idea who you are, what your fucking channel is. I've never watched you. I've never seen you. So why you take snipes at me for no reason, I have no idea. But thank you, Lolly. Jesus Christ, Lolly's like the oracle on here, right? She knows everything.
Alright, I'm back.
I get you, Lolly. See, you know the ins and outs of this, yeah. Dave 25 wants a wrench. Right, Dave 25 podcast. Lolly even types like she had a stroke. Fucking shame on you. Shame on you. You think you're going to get a fucking wrench for saying that about Lolly? Yeah, what the fuck is wrong with you? How dumb can you be? You say that about Lolly and then demand a wrench. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Jessie, you've come in as yourself now, yeah? Fuck off, Dave 25. No link for you. Get the fuck out of here. You don't get to fucking talk about Lolly like that. Fuck off. You're not relevant. Dave 25 said Lolly's typing. Lolly types like she sounded just after she had a stroke. And then says link now. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. What the fuck? With Lolly in the side chat with the wrench herself. You're fucking despicable, Dave. You really are. You bring nothing to the table. Nothing.
What the fuck is wrong with you, Dave 25?
Yeah, how dare you?
Molly
heard
didn't
you.
have a stroke.
I heard
Molly
you.
didn't have a stroke.
I heard you on the live I missed of John's last night where you came up with that special needs girl. Like, seriously, Dave, I don't understand you. You know, you were pitching for fucking subs because your channel's been taken away from you. Yeah? Like, you're thirsty as fuck. What's wrong with you? I can't imagine why one single person on YouTube would sub up to you. Are you kidding me? You play all sides, Dave 25. You can't be trusted. I know people can say that about me because I had we had a falling out on here and we went our separate ways or whatever. But, you know, we're trying to put that to bed now, you know? We're trying to fix things. But Jesus Christ, Dave 25, you know? Look at your choice of people that you want to fucking be affiliated with. Fucking Mark Terry, you know, Bergs and all the rest of it. And you bring that girl up with you for what reason exactly? Was it to sad fish, you know, because she had special needs? Are you exploiting her? Like, get the fuck out of here. What was the point of bringing her up on panel with you? She had no idea who John was. She has no idea about this channel. So why did you need a duo? Why did you need a bud to come up with you? And then only to pitch your own fucking channel. Your new one, because somebody has struck your old one. Jesus Christ, you don't even deserve to have fucking 20 subs. Dave 25, how many times do you simp and grift and e-beg on fucking YouTube? I've got 2.75 thousand subs now, and I haven't even gone live yet. And you know, when I do go live, I'm not going to be having I don't want to be monetized. Because I've seen the shit show that happens when that goes on. I don't want any part of that in my channel. There won't be. I was gonna have one, and it was all gonna go towards a fund, if you like, for homeless shelters for veterans. But to be honest with you, again, I do that by putting money aside from my own army pensions. It's not down to my subs to give to that if that's not what they want to give it to. So I see with all the drama communities, all of them calling each other out for e-begging, grifting, fucking sad fishing, everything else. So I'm not having it on mine. And of course, I will get it automatically because I've got 2.75 thousand subs. I'm not going to be having a monetization on mine because it just causes too much shit. John only has his on here for donos for maybe an extra cup of coffee a day. He doesn't ask anybody to pay his fucking bills. He doesn't ask for a penny, actually, ever. And I want to be the exact same. Keep it simple.
Right.
Because your credibility's shot, Dave 25, you know? You've shot yourself in the foot by being an e-beggar.
25 doesn't have a channel at all? Or?
Well, he told you last night, remember, because I watched the restream of your live that I missed, and he told you that somebody has struck his channel.
Right.
And so now he started a new channel again, and it's called @Dave25 podcast. And this is now his fourth fucking new channel. And he was pitching that one, asking for as many subs as possible. And he was doing that on your panel. So again, Dave 25 only appears on panels, not to contribute to that creator on the channel. He's never got anything to offer anybody. he never gives. This is the point, right, John, that we're going back to. There are givers in this world, and there are people who only take. And Dave 25 is one of them. When I do start my own channel, I'm going to be a very giving. I've already been a very giving person. I support people when I think they're down on their luck, you know. I give to those people I think deserve it. If they're very great creators and I appreciate their creativity, I give to that channel, you know. I don't take anything from anyone. I just give. That's the way I roll. And Dave 25, you're in it all for yourself, you know, and I don't get that. That's not ever going to be a channel that I want to be a part of.
What do you think about Noodles taking MMD's money from her?
Terrible. Absolutely shocking. And you know what, John, let me tell you this as well. When I was going into MMD's lives, right? And even though I had kind of untethered myself from Noodles, you know, MMD never asks for big things. Yeah, she's got a wish list, of course. She never asks for big, expensive things, right? Because she's very clever. She knows how to make equipment, right? So her wish list, if you like, is pretty complicated because she's asking for different cables and different wires. They're all from China, so they're cheap as chips, right? Because MMD, if she wants a better microphone or a better speaker, she actually makes that herself. She makes the adaptations to the equipment she's already got. She doesn't ask for new equipment, right? So, of course, I was more than willing to always give her a few bucks, you know, and say, yeah, get those parts from China that you need, you know, to make this better for you, to make your channel better for you. And you know what? If Noodles was like the guest presenter, co-host on a show, if he ever said, you know, everybody would say in the chat, oh, that was very, of course, MMD would say, thank you so much, Avoid. I really appreciate that. I will order those parts ASAP. And only some people in the chat obviously would say, that was very generous of you, Avoid. Thank you so much. And Noodles would always give a half-hearted, yeah, that was really good of you, Avoid. Because guess what? I never gave him a fucking dime. Not a dime. Ever. And he resented every single penny I gave to MMD. Because obviously it went straight into MMD's pocket, right? To get what she needed. But see, when he tries to fund,
he gets the money from her.
Yeah. Oh God.
He gets the money from her, though, you know.
He honestly, he couldn't be more of a demon. Seriously, he couldn't. I mean, don't get me wrong now, right? I'm starting to think that actually, Noodles has as much of a dire quality of life. He may act like he's living his best life, right? But what kind of life is it though, John? You know, compared to you after a hard day's work, going back to your own little castle, yeah, your own little home, your own little safe space, just like I've got, yeah, where, you know, there's nobody that can penetrate our little world in there. You know, we're safe as houses, we're content there, we put our heads down there, we sleep there, right? We pay the bills for that place, you know. There's no complications with it all. We're on top of our bills and everything else because that's the kind of people we are. You know, when I think about it, Noodle's life is so fucking chaotic. He may act like he's living, you know, this amazing, adventurous life, but he isn't really living a real, stable, and safe life, is he? You know? And it's not remotely normal either, is it? Not remotely normal.
Right.
You know, he goes back to those dogs, and he clearly hates one of them, so shows favoritism to one, and then really humiliates the other one. And I know they're dogs, okay? So people may say, well, what do you care? They're dogs. But no, he absolutely shows favoritism to one dog. And that upsets the other dog. It's terrible. You don't do that to dogs. You wouldn't do it to a baby, a human baby. So I deem them the same. You know, the little dogs, if you have them right from the go, they need you for everything, right? You are their parent. You are their mum and their dad. And he absolutely shows favoritism towards one dog to the other. And then he gets his paint out and he does this painting. Then he's got these fucking housemates. Then he spends all his time in his fucking car away from there. And he's got all these fucking dirty fucking shit going on in his house. Like, you know, for me, like, in a way, he's living as dire a life as MMD is, you know?
I heard he gave his dogs away to the pound.
I wouldn't be surprised. He's not capable of human emotions.
I mean, he don't even care enough about his dogs. He gave them away. That's what I heard.
No.
What a
and I hate that.
He did it for attention. That's the only reason he got them dogs.
He did. He got them for attention because you'd see everybody loving on them in every broadcast.
He tried to humanize himself. That's what he tried to do.
And he can't be human is the point. You know, I see other people with dogs that they're having problems with, you know, because pups are pups. They're harder work than babies, you know, because you can a baby doesn't really move much, right? A baby stays in its bassinet. A baby stays in their cot. A baby can stay in the pram. But puppies are different, you know, they're fucking much harder work. And he's not capable of hard work is the point. And more than anything, I don't think he's capable of loving anybody.
Right.
He's incapable of it. He's devoid of emotion. Again, a hollow person. The most hollow person probably on YouTube. He feels nothing really, you know? Nothing at all. I mean, can you imagine driving around all fucking day long from one place to the other? It's almost like you haven't got a place to hang your hat, is the saying, you know? Imagine not really wanting to be home and just wanting to spend as much time as you can away from your home. Well, excuse me, right? You don't get to do that when you opt to have puppies, especially the type of breed that he's chosen. They need a lot of attention. They need a lot of human interaction. They need a lot of fuss and love. And he just doesn't have it for them. He doesn't have it for people, let alone fucking animals.
That's correct.
I can't bear it, you know. And when he goes in there and one of the dogs have pooped in the middle of the kitchen, right? On a tiled floor. He loses his absolute shit with that dog. He more or less pushes it away, you know, way too violently. That makes me feel comfortable. Then he goes at it and fucking basically screams at it out in the yard because the dog is cowering, right? It's running away. It runs away from him. And it's almost torture for me, okay? Because that you don't want to see a fear. It's like, who wants to scare a fucking newborn baby? Who wants to scare a toddler? It's not normal. Nobody with a heart could do that, you know? But he's more than happy not only to do it, but to allow his entire fucking community to watch it. And nobody calls him out for it, John. No one.
That's what he does.
You know, we're back to the same thing. People enabling him and people encouraging him, or, you know, people condoning his actions. Like, unless you correct it, then what's the point? You don't join in on the exploitation and the taking advantage of MMD. That's wrong. You don't go along with him behaving appallingly with dogs who are still really young children. If you put their age into perspective, right? They're still learning. They're still kind of toddler age dogs. You don't treat them like that. You don't want to put the fear of God into animals, like you wouldn't want to do it to a toddler child. And then nobody calling the bullshit out, nobody. So it keeps happening. It keeps happening. And I've got to be honest, if he's given those dogs to a rescue place, then I will take a big, deep sigh of relief here and just pray to God that they will get a forever loving mum and dad. Because
No,
he
I
just
heard he got rid of the dogs. Whether he's lying to get attention, I don't know. But I heard he took them both to the vet. Not to the vet. He got them put to sleep.
Oh my God! What
He
the
said
fuck?
it himself. But I don't know if he's lying because you can't believe anything that comes out of his mouth.
No, I know. I mean, he would say something like that and make it sound completely believable, because he spends most of his time putting on an act, right? He actually admits
No,
that as
he
well.
really is mentally retarded.
Oh, he is,
That's
without
not
a
an
doubt
act.
in my mind.
He
I mean,
really is mentally retarded.
if I was a woman, if I was a partner or whatever to Noodles, I'm not kidding you now. Like I couldn't tolerate him for more than 2 fucking minutes. I couldn't. You made a very valid point on your live stream again that I had to rewatch last night because you were 2 hours late coming on here where we were going to do another panel. But I did listen to the entire thing, and you were 100% right what you said. Strong women, they do like alpha males. They do. They gravitate towards alpha males because they have
they get them some relaxation, they get them some pressure off.
I think your words were that they're lovable, but they're lovable, but they're also strong. They're lovable, but they will be tough. They're tough.
Right.
Like, I'm not kidding you. For me, I don't think I can really think of anybody that's more beta male than Noodles. And there's almost something very effeminate about him, there's something very feminine about him, and it really bothers me. Which is why I think
feminine. He
people
can't stand alpha women, that he needs, because he can't manipulate them. He needs people he can manipulate.
Yeah, because he didn't manipulate me in any shape or fucking form.
He needs handicapped people, actually, because even the common sense ones can't be manipulated.
Yeah. And anyway, so all I'm going to say is this, is that you will bang on the money, because the thing is, strong women, like when I look at how beta somebody like Noodles is, right? It makes me appalled, it mortifies me, because to me it's so weak, I can't bear it, So you're bang on the money with the fact that strong women only like alpha males. You're bang on the money there, because you kind of think to yourself, well, surely that would be like Clash of the Titans if an alpha male is with an alpha female, right? But no, the thing is, the alpha female will absolutely adjust to the alpha male. She knows she can't be her total alpha self. If it's a woman who's got an IQ and a woman who's got a sharp mind, she'll know that she's got to adjust her alpha level, because strong women absolutely, this is the thing, right? I'm willing to own my own shit here and wear my heart on my sleeve. Alpha women 100% know that they need to dial down their alphaness, because they know That's what the alpha male expects, you know? I'm the
Right,
opposite
right,
to
I
a
guess.
feminist. I'm the complete opposite to a feminist. I 100% know where I am in the pecking order, if that makes sense. I know that with an alpha male, I appreciate how strong he is, how in control he is. You know, every woman deep down, whether they're alpha or not, they want a man to take control. They want a man to be their rock, to make them feel safe, right? And to make them feel loved and protected. So they will 100% automatically dial down their own alpha inside to be the right fit with that alpha man, you know? Because you can't possibly both be the same level of alpha or it wouldn't work, right? It wouldn't. It would be a constant battle of egos, wouldn't it?
Right, yeah, I guess I would. Yeah.
So you've got to adjust yourself, is what I'm saying. And it's highly unlikely the alpha female should be sharp enough to know the man is not going to do that, because typically men are more stubborn and they're more proud. So I've always known when to dial mine down, you know, always.
What what would you consider Dave 25? Is he an alpha or a beta?
Oh my fucking God. As beta as it gets.
Beta.
Jesus Christ. I mean, to attack Cassandra
From
relentlessly
a
like he
woman's
did.
point of view,
From a
or
woman's point
anybody's.
of well, from a woman's point of view, for me, Dave 25 may as well be gay. He may as well be gay for me.
Oh, how
I
about
mean,
noodles?
again, bordering on gay. I'm not kidding you. I think he's bisexual.
Well, we know that. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
How about J Muck?
Beta pretends to be as alpha as can be, but with a narcissist like Emmy, totally impossible. I think again he acts like he's the alpha, but he's 100% not the alpha.
Right, he's a beta. Beta.
Yeah, he's definitely beta. But Emmy needs to realize as well that there's fuck all alpha about her.
I mean,
Not
his
not
wife went
compared.
and spent went and spent vacation with another guy. How much fucking beta can you be?
Exactly.
And he put his
And this,
tail between his legs and accepted it.
and I also want to say that Emmy, really, you need to fucking check yourself out, love, you know, because if you think you're an alpha female, then please gauge yourself on me. Compared to me,
Right,
you're
she's
not
not an alpha.
remotely an alpha
She's a
female.
con
Not
person.
even close. Neither is Bianca. Bianca's a needy.
Hollow. They're hollow.
Oh my God, all of them are
Bianca,
hollow.
what is she? She's a beta too. Hollow.
Yeah. And what's worse about Bianca is she's still like a fucking child in her mind, you know? She still plays games. You know, she gets bardcore over there and kind of pretends to love bomb him, right? But because bardcore isn't the sharpest tool in the box, he buys it, right? He actually thinks that he likes her, that she likes him. He buys it, so he keeps coming back. But all she's trying to do is make Noodles jealous. And then from nowhere, Noodles will appear. So again, how hollow is that? And how pathetic is that? It's so immature, you know. That's the kind of thing that you do when you're in high school, right? You pretend to like a boy to make another boy jealous, you know? But we're all fucking grown adults now. What's Bianca now? 50? Come on, girl, you know? It's not how you behave when you're 50. You know, you concentrate on and hope and pray that you're going to find love, genuine love, you know, and somebody who's going to be a great influence on your children, you know, because you've still got dependent children who need you. You know, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for a man with substance. But then, you know, you're not going to find that if there's no substance to you, right? because no man is going to want you if you haven't got any substance yourself. So, you know, it's not a difficult, I don't understand why this is rocket science to some people, because it's just the basic common sense for me. That's all it is, you know. It's so, how you behave is so immature, you know. I think that's why people have got little respect for you. You know, you need to start acting like a grown woman, the grown woman that you are, you know, but you seem to be going backwards in that department. You know, it's obvious that you're not a couple. So why do you keep pretending that you are? I don't understand it. I mean, if you are, why the fuck don't you just fuck off somewhere and become a family, right? Why aren't you doing that? If it's a genuine thing. That's what you should be doing, right? Is creating a lovely little family for your children. And it's what I want for you as well. That's what I want for every person. I don't want anybody to have shitty lives in this world. Life is shitty enough in general. So, you know, why you're all making things worse for yourselves on this platform is something that I will never, ever be able to wrap my head around. It just doesn't make any sense to me. None of us are getting any younger, you know? So, and life ahead is going to be tough enough. No matter what, you know, the next few years are going to be rough for all of us with everything that's going on in the world. So I don't get it why YouTube is such a big fucking deal when your priorities should be something very much different, you know. And there's nobody talking in comments. So have I lost everybody? John's gone. What the fuck? So, okay, so we've covered Dave, 25, J Mac, Bianca, Noodles. That's pretty much everyone. Don't ask me about Dave, Carl 2.0 though, because I don't know enough about Carl 2.0. All I know is that he's just always been a super nice person to me. And has owned his own shit as well, which I respect the ever-living fuck out of, you know, because he's always been honest, I think, with me as well about his affiliation with Noodles, etc. So, yeah, so the rift between you and John Carl, I really don't have a dog in that fight, if that makes sense. I wish it would stop, though, you know. I wish all the feuds would stop. Ultimately, that's what I would want. All of the feuds to stop. They're just so fucking senseless and stupid. So that's how I feel.
Sorry, what's that in here?
This is hard.
Jesse, what do you have Mickey Mouse ears for? Are they Mickey Mouse ears?
Yeah. And she just said to me, I'm not Nick and Jess. I'm just one person. It's impossible for me to be more than just Jess. I've never said a bad thing about you, because obviously you told me yesterday that they've been given little side snipes towards me, right? So she's basically saying they haven't, and she's saying that you're paranoid.
No, Nick, not her. As far as I know.
So is Jessie okay then compared to Nick? Is she the better one out of the two?
No, they're not okay. They're very, very evil people. Like, die. I hope you die and go to hell, and I'm glad you're sick, and Jess says all that. Ha 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 ha. And
that's fucking terrible.
I hope you die next week, and I hope you have your insides eaten out. I let her on panel, and she said all this a week ago.
I don't understand.
Is that a good people?
No, not good people.
And then Jess had all these nice new baby stuff that her baby outgrew. She put slits in the the private areas and in the nipple areas, and then fold them real nice to donate them, so whoever gets them will have all slits in them instead of
Are
just
you
giving them to the needle.
fucking kidding me?
So is she nice? You make your own opinion of it.
Jesus Christ, Jesse, what the fuck is wrong with you?
And she said it herself that she did all that. Ha ha. When they go get the clothes, they're gonna see all slits in them. Ha ha. Like,
That's not
so that's not
normal.
nice people, is it?
It's not fucking normal. You need to check into a fucking psychiatric ward. Like, so many babies, you know, people with so very little money, that would be such a blessing for them, right? To get baby clothes, decent baby clothes at a fraction of the price, right? They heavily rely on these like charity shops. You call them thrift stores there. That I can't think of anything more retarded than that. That's so fucked up.
And put them over at the donation box. If some mother gets them for her kid and sees all the little sluts right there where their, where their breast's supposed to be in her little private parts with a utility knife to take that.
Can you imagine, John, how that mother, probably low on money as well, would have thought, oh my God, this is like a gift from God, right? And Jesse's gone out of her way to shit on something that could have been such a beautiful thing to do. I will never understand some of these people. I will never understand them. Their fucking way of
Jessie
thinking.
did all that stuff, and then she wants to see people dead and tortured to death and all that kind of stuff, and
which is something
her God's not our God. One of them things,
yeah.
And it was a very disturbing kind of thing. So is she good? I mean, is that good stuff?
No,
don't sound
absolutely not. And if you're caught, you're saying they're paranoid, Jesse. After what John has just said, that's not paranoia. That's not paranoia. That's just calling you out for some really fucking sick, fucked up shit. Because I've never known anybody to do that in my entire lifetime, ever.
And then she was eating
giving things to thrift stores so people
can eating food. Avoid Heidi. She was eating food, and her kid was saying, "Mommy, can I have some of that macaroni salad?" So she says, "You want some?" And she chewed it up and spit it all back in there and mixed it up. She says, "Here, if you want my spit, here." To her own kid.
What the fuck?
And did it live. I seen it.
Oh my God.
And you know I'm not making it up. I'm talking the truth about what she does. So.
Right, Jesse, just so you know this, right? I watch a lot. I don't know whether you're aware of this. There's a podcast. There's a channel on YouTube called AFC Podcast, and it's a DJJ that runs it. It's massive. It's a fucking huge channel. It covers child abuse cases, the worst of the worst ones. Okay. I used to donate to him all of the time because he does all of this on his own. He's a one-man show, and he covers about 6 abuse cases on every show he makes, every live stream, and he gets a lot of donations. So I think that's a very worthy cause because he's out there advocating for stronger penalties against these abusive parents, etc. There are so many stories I've heard. Cases that he's covered on his show, Jesse, right? Where that's a part of it. When John just told me that now, that wasn't my first rodeo of hearing a parent doing that. But they're in DJJ's worst possible child abuse cases that he covers. That a little baby who's totally reliant on being fed by a parent, the parent will actually either vomit into their food and make them eat it, which is more or less the same as you spitting into the food. It's 100% child abuse. 100%. So how anybody, if that's out there on a public platform in a fucking video, if nobody, there's so many times, John, where unwarranted child abuse calls are made, right, to CPS. So many ones that are made out of malice, for people who aren't abusing their children at all. which is obviously taking up the resources of children who actually desperately need to be rescued by their parents. Jesse, if nobody's actually reported you overdoing that with your child on a fucking live stream, I'd be incredibly fucking surprised. If I saw it, I live in the UK and I'd find a way of reporting you. Because
So what
that
they do is they go on once in a while, and it's always revolving around where they're feeding their kids. So they do that for like 10 minutes to act like good parents, and the rest of the day they probably starve their kids because they're all like
oh
real
my
skinny and stuff.
God.
You know what I mean? It's the
You
show. Why
pieces of
always are they
shit.
doing stuff with food? And you hear the kid begging for food in the background. He's hungry, and she spits in it.
Oh
You know,
my
she probably
God.
did it without even realize, without even thinking twice that somebody like me would pick it up. And she says, "Here,
Did
you
you
want it
rep-
now?" And she mixed it up.
Did you report it, John?
No, I watched it. I didn't even think second,
Well, you didn't think that was fucking terrible fucking child abuse? I mean, God, I know you've been a dad to a
And
daughter.
it's always, she abuses the sons, I think, you know what I mean? And not the kid. The girl, that's different. But the boys, she abuses them. It seems like she neglects
Oh
them.
my
Neglects
God.
them. That's what I get out of it. Maybe you should go around and just look sometimes, and maybe you don't even
So
have
what
to
is
chat in
it?
there.
What's their actual channel name then, John? So I can actually write it down and I can monitor their fucking live streams. What is the name of their channel exactly?
I think it's called, her channel's Channel Deleted. And his is the Abbott family or something. The Abbott family. Or...
Channel Deleted. And then the Abbott family, yeah?
It might even still be up there in one of the streams, I mean. But now that they hear this, they're going to delete it,
Oh, okay.
Another thing is, I hear they're making bat soup for their kids.
Oh my God.
They're actually catching bats. They're catching bats. They're having their own son catch bats. And I put a short of it up on there, a link to their channel. And they're actually trying to cook bats to see what bat soup tastes like, because I heard it on a cartoon or something.
Oh my God, you do know that bats are like flying rats, right? And rats are infested with fucking germs.
And they're putting their kid up to catching them, you know what I mean? Because they're not going to catch them.
Oh my God.
And they have a kid running around with a net catching these bats. And then some of them, they're gutting them and cooking some of them and making fertilizer out of the rest of them.
Oh my Christ.
So this is where we're going with that. You know what I mean? So you asked me a question, are they nice people? And I'm telling you,
Yeah, well, the thing is, I've never watched them. They've never really been on my radar, but they're certainly going to be on my radar now.
Yeah, she has deep-seated hatred towards people, and I guess because she was according to her, she was passed around as a kid, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now she's trying to act, maybe she's having the same line with her kids, or the same kind of psychological neglect.
Well, the thing is that any decent human being, not being funny now, Jesse, but that's happened to a lot of people. A lot of people have had traumatizing, abusive childhoods, and what they then do is they strive and do their fucking utmost to break that cycle of abuse. That's how it's supposed to happen. There are tons of people I know that were treated terribly as children, and they've become the most doting. They go the opposite way, John, They kind of overcompensate, and they become the most loving and protective parents ever. That's how it's supposed to happen.
Right.
You never wish that on another child, especially your own. And you go the opposite way. You compensate for your terrible childhood by giving yours the best one possible, So I'm not buying all of this shit, that people use this abuse. I was abused as a kid, so it's in me. No, sorry, it's not. You get help, and then that help stops and breaks the cycle of abuse. That's how it's supposed to work. So I don't buy the victim card at all for these people who were abused, I feel sorry for them. Of course I do, because I'm a big empath. I do feel sorry for them that they had to endure that. But once you do it to your own children, and you've learned nothing from your suffering, right? If you haven't learned anything from that and then become the best possible parents ever,
You
then
know what else she does? She'll get half a milk of a gallon and pour half of it like in another container, and then fill the other half up with water, and say, "Oh, the milk don't taste right," and she'll get another gallon. So she actually saves. She's getting like she's ripping the stores off.
Jesus Christ. And how old are these kids, John? I take it they're very young, yeah?
Yeah, they look probably about 10, 11, and the little one's 6 months.
And is the baby the girl?
The baby's a girl, yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what she
Yeah.
was doing?
What?
Push-ups with the girl cradled to her chest and jumping jacks. And the baby's neck was going back and forth, back and forth.
Oh my fucking God.
And I recorded it, and she took the channel that she took the stream down, but I have it on recording still. And the baby's neck was going back and forth like it's something somebody wouldn't do in real life,
No,
you know?
absolutely
Like you're not thinking
not.
right.
It's absolutely not.
So
Because
this is what we're up against, you know what I mean?
there's no difference really in that than shaking baby syndrome, you know? Because it is exactly the same. If you're not taking if the baby's neck is in jeopardy by being flopping around in all different directions, that's exactly how children get brain damage. You know, basically brain bleeds, you know, because from being overly shaken, you know, because
Right.
it's no different, because their heads just go back and forth in unnatural angles, and way too much of it. That makes no fucking sense. I mean, you see women jogging now, right, with babies in their strollers. That's 100% safe.
Well, I really heard that them, and also Seasons, they give their kids all the sugar and everything because they found out they could get more money if their kids are considered like some kind of hyperactive or disabled or something
Like
than they would a normal kid.
ADHD.
So they try to give them
yeah.
all this sugar to get them hyper. They get a
Yeah.
doctor's report. They get more
Yeah.
money. Isn't that terrible?
Yeah, because basically, if the children are overactive and out of control, then they get diagnosed with the
Right.
parents
And then they
push
get
to get a
money, all this kind of
diagnosis
stuff.
of ADHD. It's the big thing here. Parents that in their abundance of parents here,
Because they don't eat healthy.
strive
You should see
to
what they
get
feed
an
these kids.
ADHD. Yeah. You know, with my kids, right? This is how I was. When we had our first McDonald's here, when they finally built the big first franchise of McDonald's here, my children were around 6 and 7 at the time, and of course, you know, even though their friends had gone there a few times, you know, by the time the first time I said, "Okay, we'll go there today," and I took them to McDonald's, ordered them a Happy Meal each. I only ordered a Happy Meal for me because I know that kind of food isn't good for you, right? And as we were sitting down eating our meal, because the restaurant was relatively new, so it was a novelty here. And as we were watching the queues of people, you know, there was a set of parents in the queue, and they were grossly overweight. You know, the mum and the dad, and they had 3 children, and they can't have been more than my son's age. So say they were all 5, 6, and 7, say, right? 3 of them. And they were already, I would say, clinically obese for their age. And my boys are eating their food, loving their first McDonald's here, you know, even though we'd had McDonald's elsewhere, but it was our first one here. And as they were eating their food, and of course, they're not going to notice people like that because they're not rude. They're not going to say, "Oh my God, look at how fat they are." My boys just wouldn't do that. But I actually pointed them out in the queue and said to them, "Now listen to me, boys, right? And listen carefully. You're not going to be coming up here with your friends. Wait, you're not. This is not going to be a twice a week occurrence. Okay, as delicious as this food is, it's terrible for you. Okay, and I will never allow you to become those kids over there. And I showed them the children. I said, I now want to watch you. I want you to watch as they approach, get closer to the ordering station, right? I said, and watch how I bet you they're not going to be getting Happy Meals like I just bought you. Their parents are going to get them adult-sized meals, right? The same as they're going to have, which they shouldn't have when they're only 5 or 6 and they're grossly overweight. So
Right.
those
Well,
children are in for a world of hell when they go to bigger schools. They're going to
right.
be bullied like fuck for being overweight. Those parents are totally irresponsible. I'm not, okay? So you're only going to be we'll come up here and you can have a McDonald's treat once every month. So that's once in every 4 weeks. You're not going to be having more than that.
Well, they want to
Otherwise,
meet Seasons. J-Mac and them want to meet Seasons, and he wants them to call him Uncle Jack and sit on his lap. You know, the little kid. Uncle Jack, come to Uncle Jack. You know, there's a method to the madness. You know, there's always a price you got to pay. Come sit with Uncle Jack.
yeah. You should put some red
And Seasons
clothes
will
on
look
then
the other way like she did
and
with
make
Noodles.
out that he's fucking Santa Claus, right? With that beard.
Ugly fucking Santa Claus. A hell of a fucking Christmas carol that'll make. You know, Jesus God. Nightmare before Christmas.
Oh my God.
But this
It's all
yeah, I
ironic,
mean, at one
isn't it?
time they were
Because-
so desperate they were trying to sell the baby or something. I
Yeah.
believe.
And the
Yes,
thing is,
Jess and
do,
Nick.
do you know what's not lost on me here is that seriously, like they want to spend more time with Bianca and the children. You know who needs to spend, you know who needs to really spend time with Bianca's children is actually fucking Bianca herself. Okay? So is Bianca now recruiting more people and allowing them access to her
Yeah.
children? So she
Uncle
has to
Jack
do
my
even
ass.
less. So she has to do even less with them. You know, because she's not exactly the Mary Poppins of fucking mothers as she is, right? So what is she doing now? She's taking more people, allowing them access to her kids. So she has to spend even less or give them less attention. Like, come on now, Bianca, that's your job, okay? Stop bringing new people into their lives. I mean, has Noodles...
Don't bring these people, strange people in their lives. I mean...
Do you think Noodles has even met her children, John? Because I've never heard
he babysitted them, he said.
What the fuck?
He said he had alone time with him while Seasons was going around doing laundry or something for a couple hours.
Oh my God.
If they ever met, he said that. He said, we spent alone time together.
Yeah. So she left them in the capable hands of
the
Daddy,
parents got mad and kicked Noodles out, said, don't ever come back around here again.
Daddy Epstein.
You know? Alone time. What the hell's alone time?
Yeah. Alone time with him is more or less putting them on a plane to Epstein Island, right?
It's like putting a friggin' rat in with a snake. You know? Putting a rat in with a snake.
I swear to God.
That's the alone time, you know, trying to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah. Bearing in mind now, even though we're rehashing old ground and we're rehashing the obvious, bearing in mind now, this is the woman and the mother who said she could not listen to Noodles and Blazing Leo anymore on Blazing Leo's channel, on live streams, talking about how great it was going to be to go to Tokyo or the Philippines to have sex with children.
I have the recordings.
Yeah.
And have sex with my daughter, too, he wanted to have sex with.
Yeah, well, your daughter's not young anymore, right?
Well, she was 17 when he was saying this stuff.
Oh, my God. Yeah, but she could kick his ass, though, I'm guessing, right? If she's your daughter, she can fucking more than kick Noodles' ass.
Yeah. She knows karate.
Yeah.
She's not a wimp like Seasons and all that, you know?
So has she got babies, John? Are you a granddad?
No,
Oh my God! Not how old is she now?
19.
Okay, all right. That's still young. Okay, does she want to have babies?
Well, I'm sure, but I mean, she works all the time. You know what I mean?
Okay,
If you have a bunch of kids, then you're not going to make any money. You know what I mean?
is she like her dad? She likes making dosh.
She likes making money. She likes to work
That's
and being
good.
independent. You know what I mean? She has a
That's
boyfriend.
fantastic.
She
Yeah,
has a boyfriend she lives with, but they
yeah.
have, you know,
They've got the work ethic.
right, work ethic. Not
That's
like seasons. I don't like people that don't have work ethics like these people.
No.
You know?
And whilst I don't necessarily think that a baby should be planned, I think it should happen naturally. I do have a kind of respect for these people who actually try and get their lives completely in order and then decide, okay, well, now we have everything we need. Now let's bring children into the picture. I do admire a lot of people who do that. It's not my way of doing things. I think it should just happen naturally. But
Right.
they've obviously, because they've got the work ethic, they've got a lot of common sense, they've got the right mindset. So, I love that, because
Well, do you
they're
know?
almost, they're making sure that they're completely stable and secure before bringing children into the world, right?
Well, yeah, but do you know that this Nick guy, he don't trust his as they're not even married. He don't trust his woman so much that he made her get a DNA test to make sure the kid was his.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he had to have proof. He didn't trust.
So this is
And
about
she's
as
still stuck up.
dysfunction.
She's still stood around with somebody like that.
So this is kind of the epitome of a dysfunctional family, right?
Absolutely. But on camera they act like they're the Brady Bunch, you know?
Yeah.
Who knows
Well,
what they're doing behind the scenes? There could be all kind of
well, look at
incest going on. I mean, you know.
that famous couple that had all those children. She's just been in prison, right? They had a channel. What didn't they have 6 children? It was called The
The
Six of Us.
Doggers or something.
That's the one, yeah. Where everybody thought everything was rosy in the garden there until they started picking up on the red flags. It turns out that these were they were chaining their kids to the fucking radiators and chaining them to their beds and starving them. It took for one child to escape and run to a neighbor's house, before it all blew up and it all came to the surface. It just goes to show, that they can give this fucking reflection of perfect harmony on a live stream until they can't keep up with it. It takes a lot of work to keep up with lies. And then when your mask drops and people pick up on it, where people slowly did, the things that the children would say, oh, Mum, you took away this from me, you took away that from me. Then people started restreaming them. So the abuse was starting to be noticed, but the extent of the abuse got so fucking terrible. So terrible. The mothers now ended up behind bars, So I'm telling Jesse right now and Nick, like you're kind of in that bracket, in my opinion,
Yeah.
already. Just
They're
from
in that
what
bracket,
John
yeah.
has told me. I mean, I'm not going to take John's word for it because I like to do my own shit. So I've written down those channels now. So I'm going to be watching those channels, and I'll have no qualms whatsoever if I think something it sounds like something pretty shady is going on, but I'm going to base it on my own fucking thoughts and opinions and see my own proof of it. Like, again, I would never, ever make a false CP call. Never in my life.
But if you see something out of place,
I'd have no hesitation. Absolutely.
no hesitation. Hear that? You guys better be on your P's and Q's on your channels. And
Ask
go back
anybody.
and watch some of these other
You
channels.
ask anybody. If you ever hear a voice saying, you're on my fucking radar, you better watch out. You better watch out, because I've got, to be honest with you, I'm there for it, okay? I'll make time. I'll take time out of my day now to make sure, because there's nothing worse to me in the world than knowing that some children are out there not being taken care of properly. Like
Right.
I'll go to the greatest lengths to make them. In the UK, I've written to our own Prime Minister telling them that our social services, there's way too many fucking child cruelty cases which result in child murders happening here in the UK. And all we're getting is the excuses from the Child Protection Services saying, oh, we're overwhelmed, we're being given too many cases. So they tick boxes that they've checked on children when they haven't checked them at all, right? So after every child murder, the CPS here in the UK are investigated, and that's when all the little shady details come out, all their shortfallings, where they failed, right? They failed this murdered, tortured child. And I was so sick and tired of the amount of cases. I wrote to our Prime Minister here and I said, right, enough is enough now. Replace fucking social services with veterans in the UK. Just do it. We don't need any fucking training, okay? We'll camp outside these abusive parents abusing their children's homes. We'll sleep in sleeping bags outside their fucking doors. We'll make sure that those cowardly parents who think it's tough to beat on a little young baby, we'll make sure that we're right outside. We'll hear every fucking scream. We'll see every bruise, right? Yeah, okay. You're not gonna readily accept this because it goes against the grain, right? We're going to ignore all the fucking red tape. We don't care about red tape. We just don't want any more dead fucking babies. Okay? And I've written to our Prime Minister many times saying we're like a dog with a fucking bone. If we need to use an intimidation factor against these fucking cowardly, abusive parents, but we stop children from fucking being murdered and tortured, then who cares about red tape? Who cares?
Right. You know what
You
else
know?
I heard? I heard PDX talks of Misfit Mafia's grandkids. Why would she be talking to little grandkids behind everybody's back? That's what I heard.
That's weird as fuck.
Did you hear that too?
No, that is weird as fuck because according to them, they have nothing to do with Misfit, according to them. Nothing to do with it.
Right. But she talks to her daughter's grandkids somehow, or like has direct communication.
Yeah.
That's what I was told.
Yeah.
That's what I was told.
Yeah.
So what is that about? It sounds like grooming going on.
I don't know, John. You know, don't speculate about things like that. You know, because look, I with them, I only want to present facts. You know, I will certainly. I've got my sources. I can certainly look into that and find out what's going on. Because it sounds weird as fuck to me when they're actually making out that Tina Olsen and Misfit are their arch enemy. That makes no sense whatsoever that they're having contact with Misfit's fucking grandchildren. So I will look into that. I'll find my own way.
Misfit would say it if you ask her.
Let's not speculate on here because, like I say,
I heard it right from Misfit.
Right. Okay. All right.
But I mean, you could go and do your own. You know.
I will. Don't worry. I will.
But do you want to go live later, or do you want to stay up a bit because I got
Yeah, I've got things to do as well, John. So now, listen. When we schedule this, now you need to be more accurate with me. So if it's in 4 hours' time, so 4 hours' time now would mean it's 9 p.m. my time, right? So let's make it.
Well, it's 12 o'clock afternoon here.
Yeah. So let's say 4 o'clock your time. Yeah.
Okay, it sounds good.
Okay, I look out for you going live. Please, I don't mind being about an hour late, but when it was 2 hours late yesterday, it was very late here, so I basically went to sleep. So if we make it 4 hours from now, so let's round it up. You said it's what there?
12 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay, so let's make it 4 p.m. your time. Okay, so in 4 hours' time.
All right, it sounds good.
All right then. Okay, I'll talk to you later, okay? It's been a pleasure. Thank you, John.
You too. Bye-bye.
Speak soon. Bye. Bye-bye.